Welcome back, talking shit. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, welcome. Let me make sure that we are going on all of our avenues. I've always got to go on to Facebook and make sure that it will have me live on there. So it's always got me locked out. So I've got to go and make it public. There we go. Boom. All right. With us today we have Comic Lizard and the Jaded Geek.
I'm here.
Welcome, welcome. So how was your weekend, Mr. Geek?
It's a good weekend, but it's never long enough, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you. We were able to do some cool things this weekend. I went and saw Scream on Friday, or Scream Part 6, and I do have somebody who was able to see it as well. He is our other contributor coming into today, the most entertaining man on Whatnot.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just coming in from the Fuzzy Taco place. Look at that, man.
Fuzzy Taco Shop.
Yeah. Okay, there's only one guy allowed with sunglasses, and that's Jaded, dude. So I apologize.
You got the hat, he got the glasses.
That's right.
Liz is the girl. I'm the guy behind the keyboard.
I am a girl.
She is.
All right.
I
Let's
am
get
the
into
girl
it.
And the Comic Lizard.
So what are we doing today?
We're doing The Last of Us. We're doing The Mandalorian. We're gonna do Scream, Bad Batch if anybody saw it, and Near Mint Sundays. If anybody got a ghost or something happened to you, and that's kind of where we're at. My tacos just came through. They sent them from Oklahoma.
That article Lego sent us that happened in, was it New York?
That was great, yeah, dude.
Man.
That was awesome, dude.
Good Lord.
That's a horror story and a half.
Yeah, I've got it. Let me send that to a place where I can open it. Near Mint Sundays. We'll start out with that one, Fuzz. How was your show?
Sucked. Like I did terrible, dude. I did so bad. Like I think Fuzzy made
Get your ass out.
maybe $100, if that. And the two shows I did before this show, I did about 1,000 each day. So just goes to show you, you know.
That's because Nando took all of your customers. I heard he did like fantastic again this time.
He's the only one that did good at that show, dude. A couple other sellers will say they did good, but let me tell you, I was watching their booths and Nando blew them out the water. Like it was, people were reaching over each other, pointing. Nando had to refill his wall like twice, and I was like, damn, dude, like, how you get so many goddamn books? What's he selling them for? And I wanted to go over there and start digging through there to see what
He had that raffle.
Yeah,
that raffle.
nice.
He had cheap books and a raffle. You figure, like, I bought one book from there. I picked up I got a Nando deal on it. X-Men #1, signed by Jim Lee. I think he's probably one of the Havocs.
Mhm.
One of Havoc's books. I figure I can, if I want to, I can send it over to CBCS. But in the selling point was, hey, I'll throw him a couple bucks and try to win the raffle. I was just there to try to make content. There's a con coming up, and I'm like balls deep in trying to get all these Star Wars figures. And it's been in a month, I think I've got 70 figures, and they're not cheap. Yeah, exactly. So,
well, As far as me selling, I'm probably sure I won't go back unless I get a deal like I did this time. Because this time I only, my buddy gave me part of his table because he wanted me to be there. He was just like, you got to be there. So he gave me part of his table. And, I kicked him down a little bit of money. But, he was like, dude, don't worry about it. I was like, no, man, your table costs money. I'll kick you down with some money. Like, then, I'll survive. I got enough for Korean barbecue afterwards. So I'm a happy camper, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
Korean barbecue.
Yeah, I was happy. I was like, "Fuck it, dude," and I got a show this weekend out in Upland, and I'll bet you I'll do way more than that at that Upland show. So it's what it is, dude.
Do you think it's the location, like the cities and stuff, like in Upland? There's not a lot of shops. There's not a lot of like the customers don't want to come down for this because it's in the OC. You know what I mean? Like. Do you think?
I think that's part of it. I think that's part of it is coming down from the OC. What up, Nando?
Yeah.
We were just talking about you and how you stole all the customers and made like 10 grand, and then didn't want to buy us Korean barbecue afterwards. But whatever, dude. Whatever.
I still think the loser should buy.
No way. No, Nando was a gentleman and a scholar. He did more, went above and beyond what the deal was, so we appreciate Nando always for doing that. I walked home fat. He was from Hesperia. Oh shit, nice, dude. But yeah, like things I think. Number
what
one,
up?
Advertising.
Hey, Steve.
The advertising, they don't advertise enough. Like that's one thing. Like they rely only on Instagram. You know what I mean? Just to do that. And then it's the same sellers like over and over again. So it's just like going to Frankensons and going and seeing the same guys, over and over again. So
I think it's the times.
626 was popping.
Here's the thing.
No, 626 was awesome.
626 was like a legit con. Like
were
I was
people
shocked.
pricing like Nando did well, right? Nando's priced to sell.
Same thing with Nick. Nick did the same thing. He priced to sell on, and 66 was everybody sold on 66.
I think your booth was kind of hidden, Nick.
Yeah, and I'm by the trash can, and then Havoc kept coming over there and rubbing his juju over there. But that's a different story for another
I was
day.
helping out.
Another day.
It was Shaq and Kobe with me and Nando over there. You know what I'm saying?
Making that money. Right, Nando's right. Like they had real artists there. You know what I mean? That's another thing that they don't have. Like there was artists there that were signing books, so people came for that, and then they went and got books and stuff like that. So, I mean, Near Mint might think about doing that. I'm just saying, like I know people that had a good show. I know Nando had a good show. I'm glad he did. Like That's right. Steve was behind the wall. That's the only reason why he did good. He hit him.
We're making that money.
Is there a lot of profit and Liefeld on the wall? Is that why?
There was a lot of Steve's comics on those boxes. There was a lot of good stuff there that sold.
No, Nando always has fire, dude.
Fire?
That's right.
I went to there was a local store around here that had a sale. It was just comic books. They're kind of like a used book, record, DVD, comics, video game, all like toys, all that stuff. But they were specifically selling or having a sale on their comics. It was like 50% off back issues that they had and their dollar comics. And I picked some stuff up for Steve. It was the Violator versus Bad Rock, but I made sure I got the Rob Liefeld cover for you.
Hell yeah!
As soon as I saw those, I gotta get those for Steve.
Hell yeah!
Get those for Steve.
Woo, baby! Hell yeah!
Send Steve a video of you burning him, dude. Just send him out of the world of peace.
Come
on.
Man.
Steve's gonna put it in a box.
We haven't gone there yet, Tommy.
Come on.
We haven't talked about Stream 6 yet.
No, but
it was a good show. You guys were missed for the Korean barbecue, guys. We missed you guys out there hanging out with us.
I love Korean barbecue though, dude. Afterwards, like when everyone's tired afterwards is when no one says nothing. Like there's literally like 20 minutes of just everyone just shoving food in their mouth, like just I'm so tired.
I was
and
very grateful that Fuzzy went live on Whatnot, so I could see everybody there. I got to see everyone. So it was fun. It was fun seeing all my boys. I miss seeing them all.
Yeah, we missed you guys. We missed you guys, dude. I'm telling you. Can't wait for you guys.
When are you guys coming back again? When's the next trip back over here?
Hey, I eat Comic Zombie.
It probably won't be till like September, the beginning of September, unfortunately. Unless something happens between now and then, it probably won't be September. There's a wedding for my cousin, like in Santa Barbara, so we're gonna go up there first, and then we'll come down and stay a week down in the OC area. So, but
hell yeah.
We were hoping to make it out for WonderCon, but we won't. We're only making it as far as Texas that weekend, and then coming back.
Nando, you did it all by yourself. Don't blame us for your success, dude. You did that, dude. All I do is just,
Oh, I'll take it. Yeah, Nando.
No, see, Pop Steve's.
Awesome,
that's
Nando.
all Nando, fool. That's all Nando. That's all Nando.
No, Nando's done an amazing job with everything that he's done with the wall books and the way it looks. He has gone above and beyond, and it was awesome because one guy, I remember one buyer was walking around, came and bought stuff from him, and he was telling him that Nando with his customer service, that's why he came back, because he was ready to at least talk and haggle and give out a good price that he knows it's a good price. So he's all like, a bunch of different guys around here won't even take $1 off.
Well, that's the thing about Nando. A lot of these people are like comic collectors who, that's what I was saying about the times. Like, people still think their books are what they sold for in 2020, and they're out there trying to do that. And,
but those are some, like I said, some of those guys are also were at 66. It all just depends. Like, those are dinosaurs, and sooner or later they're gonna be out.
Yeah,
they can't hold their books forever.
But then there's a difference between, like, I got a seller. I'm not gonna say his name, but he came up to me and he fucking goes, "I'm a Whatnot seller. I don't know if you've ever heard of me." And he's like, "I want to get those 2 Invincible books right there." And I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, what? He's like, "What if I buy a couple more?" I'm like, "Well, just get the books you want and we'll work out a deal." And he goes, he picked the 2 Invincible books. One's $200, number 2, and then he picks the number 9, which is like $100 I have on there, and a couple other $100 books. So it was like a total of $500. He's like, "Will you take 200?" And I just kind of looked at him sideways, like, that doesn't make sense. Dude.
You're gonna take 2 so he can make the 5?
Yeah, I'm like,
when you're both there selling.
And he goes, "Well, I'm a Whatnot seller." I go, "Well, so am I, dude. Like, so is that guy over there." And my God, I got to make the same amount of money you do. I'm like, if he would have came to me and was like, he had $500 and was like, "Look, give me will you take 400?" I almost definitely would have taken it. I would have been like, "You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, let's do it." You know what I mean? It's close enough, dude. You know what I mean? Where you can make money and I can make money. But don't come at me like really low. But that's just mean, dude. Like, nah.
Yeah, kind of ridiculous.
Hey, and Comic Zombie, kiss my butt.
Serious conventions coming up too, huh? WonderCon.
Oh yeah.
At the end of
WonderCon's what, this weekend?
No, next
weekend.
weekend.
At the end of the month.
Yeah, end of the month.
It's the weekend before Easter.
But the exclusives suck, dude. The exclusive portal.
That's what I've been hearing.
You go into Friday, right? And there's like a Knights of something at the bottom, and then everything else is Funko, right? You go to Saturday, Funko. Sunday, Funko. So if you don't want a Funko,
yeah, I saw that.
Just wait till after the con, they'll throw it all away.
There's a lot of good artists on there.
You're welcome, Nando.
I'm kind of excited to go to my first
Thanks for the
Southern
deal.
Comic Convention in Knoxville at the in is it July? I said it was, yeah, it's July. In July we're gonna have one in Knoxville. And I'm like, yay! I get to go to a Southern one and see what happens.
Nice.
All the hobbits are going to be there.
Yeah.
From the movie.
Nice, dude. Dude, you know what I saw on Whatnot the other day, and I thought of you guys was that new Lord of the Rings set. The
Rivendell. That
someone
Lego
was-
set? Oh, I want that one so bad.
they turned on their thing and just started building it, like talking about it, and then like they had buy now stuff and stuff like that. But then they gave one away. Like I was like, that ain't a cheap set, dude. Like
No,
that.
it's like $500, I think.
I was like, damn, dude. I like wrote to that seller. I was like, damn, you got balls, fool. Like I don't know where you get all your shit from, but I wouldn't even do that, dude. Like that's
a beautiful set. Like I don't own any of the Lord of the Rings sets, but like Rivendell, yeah, I could see myself wanting that one in a bad way. Like it's a beautiful the way it's.
I want it.
Get it.
I want it, and I don't even like Lord of the Rings. Like I saw that, I was like, damn, dude. I was like, that looks cool. I was like, I want to build that, dude.
It's on my list. And did you see all the new Jurassic Park Lego ones that they're doing now too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the new Indiana Jones ones.
Dude, the Indiana
The
Jones.
classic ones too.
I have my friend, our friend at Lego. I'm not going to say his name. Told us about an awesome Avengers tower that's supposed to be coming out, about taller than Fuzzy, and it comes with like 40 minifigs and stuff. I was like, oh, I need 2 of those.
If it's modular, I'm in. Like the Sanctum Sanctorum and the Daily Bugle. I put my Daily Bugle together. If it's a modular set, it's what I'm gonna probably have to get because I'm building the modular stuff now.
Here's my question for the Lego heads. This
Crystal
Indiana
Skull
Jones
Lego.
thing's coming. The Indiana Jones thing's coming. I've got Indiana Jones Legos. Does this?
I got a couple.
Does this shit on the value of the ones I have?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think a lot of them are like they're the original movie ones.
Yeah.
It's like the rolling ball scene, and it's the snake
So-
pit, or when they go into where they throw Marion down into the pit with the snakes.
The Well of Souls.
The well. Thank you.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, they're reissuing them.
Yeah, once
Nando says
they
no.
do that.
Other differences, Nando?
The one
are probably different. They may
and the face might be a little different, but like it on certain figures, like Boba Fett. I had an original Boba Fett I sold on the show the other day, and it went for like $45. But I have other Boba Fetts that go for $3. You know what I mean? It's just there's certain ones that do, but you could tell the difference between them by the way the head's built.
And things like that they do on them.
I'm learning little by little. Like I'm learning all that stuff, and it's kind of cool.
Usually you learn because you've sold it for too cheap. You're like, wait a minute.
Or I've had you
Or
don't know how
sell
many
it for,
people
like,
come
super
in.
expensive. You're like, what the hell just happened here?
There's been people that come in my show and they're like, "How much did that sell for?" I'm like, $30, $40. They're like, I'd have given you 60, and I was like, well, next time I got one, I'll put it at that price. I was like,
Right.
check these out. These are Fagos,
Hold on, let me get you some.
but they come in these cool little boxes.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, these are cool. We got a gang of these things. Ninja Turtle.
I've seen some of those before. You know what I have? I have Noel D's from Fast and Furious and what's his face? The kid that gets shot in the first Fast and Furious movie. They go around and have their own little Fagos, and I have those ones.
That's awesome, dude. Did you see my stop motion I did of Fast and Furious?
Is that China?
I did.
This one?
No, the first one you showed, was that Wonder Woman or was that China?
Wonder
from wrestling?
It's a mixture of both, dude. But I'll tell you what, that's the best looking Wonder Woman Fago I ever seen in my life. It's better looking than that sketch I got. But yeah, like that. So now I'm trying to figure out how to do the Paul Walker one. Once I figure out the Paul Walker, then I'll be rocking and rolling. But I haven't found a good scene yet for that one to steal from.
You
You
just
just
set it
gotta
on
check
fire.
You guys are dicks.
What's
You
wrong
guys,
with
it's
you?
too soon. Too soon.
Uh-oh. I have a Lego sighting.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah.
There he is.
Hey.
The man, the
Hey.
myth, the
The
man Lego.
man is here.
That's right.
Hey, don't
We're
you
talking
have a
about
signing
Lego.
at
His ears are
store
ringing.
coming up?
What's that?
Don't you have a signing at a store coming up?
I do.
Oh, let's get spotlights for this one.
Very excited for this. At the Ray's Comics and Collectibles store in Garden Grove, California, we're doing a 5-artist signing event. Where else can you go besides a convention and get 5 artist signatures and stuff? But Ray's, it's going to be great. It's for the second printing release of the sold out Rhino Juggernaut comic book. So I'm very excited. Loki here is very excited too. But yeah, dude, it's going to be a really good time. I think it's going to be April 8th at about 1 p.m. And I look forward to seeing everybody there. Tons of sketches, tons of posters, and we're going to have that second printing as well. So it's going to be a good time.
Trey.
That's dope.
I have a question for you, sir.
It's for this thing, right? But the soft
That's the one. Yeah.
That's the one Josh stole from me.
I have a question. How is it that you've been able to avoid getting your balls sued off by the Walt Disney Company?
Because that's not anyone that they own. Okay.
Oh, Spider-Man is Fox.
Not at all.
Whatever, or not Fox, Sony.
And these are all our characters.
Yeah.
Like they might
That's
bear
the
some
endangered
resemblance,
African horn man and
but it's very different.
That's
Also,
like-
the logo might bear some resemblance to the Turtles logo and some resemblance to the Hulk logo, but it's totally different.
That's like us getting sued because I look like Vikram, and Vikram's coming on here and telling us, you know what I mean? Like it's the same thing. Like when I show up on screen, everyone just yells Vikram. Like I know.
And the crazy thing, it was previously Joe Rogan, but you look a lot more like Vikram than Joe Rogan.
And I will admit to that.
Hells yeah.
I don't look like that Joe Rogan, but I am Vikram.
And you can dance like him too.
Yeah.
Steve saw it live and in person, dude. It was just like a Bollywood movie, dude. I just came out of nowhere and just started getting down.
So good.
Yeah, I love that book, dude. I'm telling you, dude. I was trying to pimp it as much as I could at Near Mint, dude. I was like, go over there. There's an actual artist sitting
You
right
can
over
pimp
there,
it.
dude. You can go get it.
I tried to go get it, and shit was gone.
See, that's what I'm saying, man.
I'm like 75% through with the audit for that video, and I was like, man, he even put the APB out there for us to go.
And I got that
Get it
bootleg
put aside,
stuff, you know what I'm saying? That bootleg gold, baby. You know what I'm saying? Next show I do, I'm dropping these off in some of the books. I'm like, bam, hold on to that. That's gold. Bam, hold on to that.
Oh
That's
yeah,
gold.
comic.
Yeah, we've been doing a few of those. They're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun, and they're a good way to get everybody. It's comics. Everybody should be able to have a comic, and a small little mini comic that you can take home for free that's what
right.
I'm about.
There you are. I love it.
I know John keeps telling me, you're gonna have to send me the hardcover. I don't have a hardcover. I said, should have gone on Kickstarter, fool.
Hey, you should have told him to jump on.
Oh yeah, that's
Whatnot
right.
like I did.
It was kick. That's the one that was Kickstarter, huh?
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know
Yeah,
why I didn't think. Huh, I missed the bus. It's all good. It happens.
It's all good. We got a second print coming, and that's the thing. Like it's hard when it's a Kickstarter, but every person who's actually picked up the book and held it wants a copy because it's so incredible. It's so awesome the way everybody came together and made such a cool, like, just artifact, and I get excited every time I open it up. So
Mine had stickers
you know,
in it.
yeah, those were made by Roshi. He's one of the founders of the Ink and Drink.
No,
That's
So
these
these are those cats in Long Beach, huh?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
is
I
a
remember
very
you doing
well put together book.
Mhm.
Not just content, but like the production
Mango.
quality of this is like it's great. I'm somebody who's doing book program, having to pick all that stuff. The boards are great. The end papers are nice. You guys did like a really good job putting it
Yeah, but
together.
mine has a doodle in it. See, I have a
Mine's
Lego
done
doodle.
with the ribbon and everything. Like,
I got a doodle, Liz. See?
yeah, well, he can doodle mine.
Hey, your husband's right there. Your husband's right there. Don't get Lego in trouble. Don't get Lego in trouble.
It's a beautiful book.
Did you guys have a good show? Comic Cave have a good show at Near Mint?
Oh yeah, Near Mint's always great. Had a good time. It's always good to see everybody, all the familiar faces, and man, nothing bad to say.
Unless you're fuzzy.
Yeah, I know. I was about to say, they don't like fuzzy. I think when I was sporting that mullet for a while, I scared a lot of people. And then I come in with no hair. I think they go, what the fuck is wrong with that guy, dude? Like, he's got a screw loose. I'm like,
no, see, you're just in the wrong part of the country. If you sported that mullet out here, you'd be a rock star.
Yeah, dude.
fuck yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna tell, hey, we're moving.
You'd be a god amongst men.
Mm-hmm. Let my chest hair fly. I'm gonna wear shorter shorts than you, fool. I'll tell you that.
Challenge accepted.
Please no. I don't even want to see him in his short shorts.
It's scary.
It's just
Those
a
are
combination
some
of
of the shortest
brains
shorts
and
that he's ever had. He's had shorter. He's had OP corduroy shorts.
Yeah, no, hey, my pops used to sport those. Okay, let me tell you something, dude. There's nothing scarier than having your dad pick you up, and like he gets out the car and it's just falling out the corner, and your chick's sitting next to you, and she just turns and looks at you. I go, mine are gonna look like that too one day.
No. The best part is when he pulls his socks all the way up to like his knees. Well, and he's wearing like slides. It's great.
all right.
So
Well, let's
I
get
love
off
you,
the
dude.
testicles and into New York City man kidnapped ex-girlfriend, set her on fire for allegedly selling his comic books, according to the district attorney of New York. What to know? 28-year-old Brooklyn man was arraigned on murder, kidnapping, and other charges for tying a woman to a chair, lighting her on fire, ultimately killing her inside an apartment in Cypress Hills, all because he accused her of stealing his comic books, prosecutors say. The charges are in connection to the events that transpired on November 11th of last year. On that date, around 12:30 a.m. outside an apartment in this place, Duffy accused his ex-girlfriend, Surgery Ramirez, interesting name, 40, of stealing and selling his comic books, the DA said, citing the investigation. Allegedly, hours later, around 3:50 a.m., Duffy returned to her apartment and assaulted her, tying her to a chair with twine before pouring lighter fluid over her, lighting her on fire and leaving her to burn alive. He's a 28-year-old Brooklyn man, and he was arraigned on murder, kidnapping, and other charges. Interesting.
yeah, I read that article to Josh, and I was just like, "What? They say like there's always two sides to every story." It's like, I wonder what the other side of this story is. Like, yeah, because it's just there's like camera. When you read the rest of the article, because those are just the bullet points, you see that he goes to her place. They got into like kind of like a verbal altercation, and the next thing you know is that on camera he's down at like the liquor or the bodega down the street, and he's buying the twine, the lighter fluid, the lighter, and some like chips or something, and then he goes
And
back.
some chips. You can't set your lady on fire without some Funyuns.
And the next thing you know, the police or the fire department and everybody are being called. I guess she wasn't pronounced at scene. She died later at the hospital. But like, not that that's any better, but I'm just saying, like,
if he would have
there
grabbed
has to be more
marshmallows,
to it than just her taking his
He
comic.
should have
and
grabbed
selling it.
marshmallows.
if he would have grabbed marshmallows, I'd have been out. He would have been my hero of the year right there. Just
Graham
he sat down.
crackers.
He just sat there like this. That's right, bitch. Just cook. He found
Made
he,
s'mores.
he found his
Great.
profit. All she left was his profit books because that was the one that the guy didn't want to buy when she sold them, and so he took those and threw them underneath her and then lit that on fire, and that's how she did that, dude. So,
Oh my god! Like that. I mean,
that's fucked up, dude. Like I'm just joking. That's fucked up either way. You know what I mean? I love true crime, and this takes two things I love: it's true crime and comics, and mixes them together. But like, even when I read it, I was like, damn, man, you're going a little too far with that shit, dude. The lighter on fire, dude. Damn.
there has to be more.
Well,
there
look,
really has to be more to this story.
If
I'm
if she
surprised
sold-
you-
if she sold off a slabbed Action Comics #1, we'd probably be a lot more sympathetic to this fellow. But
You god dang
I
right.
have a feeling that it was like, some scraggy looking Fat Albert comics or some crap. So
More 90s garbage.
yeah, I mean, he's only 28, so what could it possibly be in the first place?
Yeah, and his 40-year-old girlfriend. Like, what's
Right.
he doing?
Right. Well, no,
She
what's she
probably,
doing?
She probably gave him the money to go buy the comics to begin with.
He told her it was going to be their retirement.
Dude, like, yeah, I want to make sure I follow this. This case.
Don't invest in that. Invest in these.
The thing is I feel like the way that the story is laid out, I feel like the comic books are incidental to the thing. I think that there was probably a lot going on besides that.
Oh yeah, I agree, but that's just a great headline. Like, you get me anytime. That's how you get me with certain movies, is the fucking title. I'm like, oh shit, what's this? Cocaine Bear. I didn't even want to know the plot. I was just like, let's go. I was like, why are we here? Let's go find it. Let's go see this.
It's got
Right now.
cocaine.
Right.
It's got bears. What more do you need?
Snakes
I'm
on the plane,
saying.
let's do it.
I would have been just like Samuel L. Jackson. If my agent called me and goes, hey, they want you to star in a movie called Snakes on the Plane, I'd be like, done, and just hang up the phone. I would be like, I don't even know what the plot is. Let's just do it, dude. It's a hit right off the bat.
I wonder if Snakes on the Plane's from the same universe as Cocaine Bear. That would be great if they were able to like commingle those properties in some fashion. So
Dude, that cocaine, what is it? Snakes on the Plane and Anaconda, because I hate snakes, are like legit horror movies to me. Like, everyone laughs at me about that because they're fucking silly as shit. But I'll never forget in Anaconda when that fucking thing jumped out and it ate that motherfucker, and he spit him out and fucking and he winks, right?
John White.
I had my girlfriend next to me at the time when I'm in the theater, and I grabbed her ass and I threw her on top of my lap, and I went like that, screaming, dude. Like I did. It was so when we saw Snakes on the Plane and that one came out the fucking toilet and bit that dude on the dick, I almost walked out the theater. I was like, this is unnatural. Like, this is unnatural. I'm like, no way. I'm not watching this no more. Oh god. So please don't put Snakes in the Plane with Cocaine Bear, because then it'll make it a legit horror movie for my ass, dude.
Man, they
snakes on cocaine in a plane.
They gotta see something on the Sci-Fi Channel.
I'll tell you what, if I saw a snake do a line like the bear did, I think I wouldn't. Then I would have fun. I'd be like, okay, dude, I'm cool. I can do this, dude. But when they just pop out of toilets and try to bite your dick and shit, nuh-uh.
Oh, they did do that in that movie. I remember.
God.
All right. Scream. Is it just you and me, Fuzz?
I think so.
So,
Sorry.
Hey, dude, I was snakes. No, because then they bite the bear and they drink the cocaine. And see, no, that's a bad one. I wouldn't make that movie. Don't do that. Don't listen to Comic Zombie. But Scream, dude, was like, you want to go first? Or you want me to go with what happened with me watching this movie?
Scream, I had a good time with it. It had the basic Scream tropes. It had the Screams movies have like a 5-piece jigsaw puzzle, and they had all 5 pieces to the puzzle. They had the film age Scream was dope. Yeah, I had a good time with it. Now, I knew the cop. I knew 2/3 of the ending. Without spoiling it, I had an idea that 2/3 of the ending was going to happen. There was 1/3 of it was a tad bit of a surprise to me, but I do like how they were able to put suspense in the movie making. So the scenes that they had on the train, those train scenes were clean. The darkness into the light, having it be full of the ghost people.
When I found out who, I called it in the first 20 minutes, I'd say. Like, I'm getting good at this. Like 10, 20 minutes in, I'm calling the fucking endings. Like, I'm just like, I got this. But like you said, I was about 2/3. I was about 2/3. There was one that got me off guard. I was like, oh damn, dude. I was like, okay, I see it now. But the one thing I'm gonna give you on this one, dude, like Liz, I don't know if you're gonna dig it, because fucking, let me tell you, there's some gnarly stab wounds in this fucking movie. Like, at one point, dude, he's got this one girl like this, and he's gutting her like fucking up her thing.
So it seems like they're making it like more like Michael Myers, like Halloweenish, as opposed to like the original Screams. Like the goriest you really got on those ones is that you saw like Drew Barrymore hanging from the tree type situation.
Right.
You didn't really see. It was more suspenseful, like Halloween. There wasn't gore involved. It sounds like they're throwing more blood and gore into this one.
It's not more blood. It's the kill. Like, so like the Raid, right? Like we were watching and you were talking about how it went down his leg. You didn't see the blood though everywhere gushing. It's like that though, like where you see like him gutting and then like it cuts away.
Intestine.
So it's good that way. But like, so I took the littlest fuzzster because he loves Screams. That's like his horror genre.
It's Halloween and Scream are like my two go-to horror like movies. I like it, and I like the fact that they don't get the originals anyway aren't like gory. Like, that somebody dies and you see the slasher and blah blah blah, but you don't see the blood and the intestines and shit spilling out. You know what I mean? Everywhere. Like, it's not soft.
This is what killed me. So me and the little fuster going to the theater, right? We walk in, we sit down, and the previews start going, right? And then we start looking around, like, see, because we seen Scream 2, the killer's in the theater. We ain't fucking around. So we're looking around like, all right, dude, like, everyone's here. There were more families in that movie. You would think I was watching a fucking Disney movie, dude. Like, it was making me laugh so hard. I was like, is this like the new Disney movie you take all your kids to? Like, because I was feeling guilty taking my kid. He's 13 years old. I was just like, oh, it's cool. He can watch it with me. Like, whatever. And then the movie starts, right? And the way the movie starts, like how every Scream movie starts, except they give you this one little twist and they reveal a killer. I'll tell you. It's like they reveal one, but then like 10 minutes later, they fucking zing it on you. You know what I mean? Like, so, but like when they did that, me and the kid out loud were like, what? Like, what's going to happen now? I know what's going to, like, what? I came for a trick. Like, you have to tell, like, I have to guess kind of thing. And they're just showing it to us now. So they get you in with that. And then all of a sudden they start giving you some of the little tropes that you love from the first ones and the second ones. And then this one added like a new spin to it, as they always do. You know what I mean? And then you're just kind of like, okay, I'm down with this, dude. But there was like literally 3 stab scenes in that movie where I screamed so loud that the little kid 2 seats away from me had to get up and walk away because I did my cackle and shit. Like, like that, it went into a guy's mouth. and he fucking twisted it. I went, ah! Shit. Awesome.
So Fuzzy saw it, I saw it. Filmade Studio saw it in 3D. I saw it in 3D also. At Comic Zombies, it's a franchise now. I didn't like the fact that everybody you care about lives. Like,
There's two people that survive in the movie. When you watch it, you're gonna go, "There's no way someone lived off that." Like, there's literally shots of like this, just getting shanked. Like
Wednesday took a gut shot with a knife that big, and a back shot with a knife that big too. Like,
she gets to have the woman line of the thing when she's like, "Oh no, that was her sister." So you fucked with my family or what?
Legacy characters are in danger. Are they though? Right? And dude, I'm going to call it right now. The scariest part of the whole movie, spoiler alert, I don't care if you guys hear it. The scariest part of the whole movie, Courtney Cox fucking plastic surgery now. Oh god. It was worse than any of the Halloween masks in the movie. That poor woman.
She's unrecognizable. I'll tell you that, dude. Like, it's her voice that gets you. Where she's like, Gail Weathers. I'm like, oh fuck, that's Gail.
Is it as bad as Madonna?
No.
Have you seen the Madonna memes?
Oh my god, dude!
Where the kids are crying. The kids are crying, and they're like, "Mom, I can't sleep. Madonna's under my bed."
Yeah, I saw the one that where they turned her face into the puppet from Saw.
Oh man.
Well, even what's her name, Hayden Panna, whatever, dude. She looked like she got some work done too, dude.
Right? What happened to her?
I don't
know. Her brother
so
died last week.
Oh fuck, that sucks, dude. That sucks. But what made me laugh is, like, you know how every cop carries their gun right here. You know what I mean?
Like
like they got the little holster right here. Well, I don't know if she got but her ass looked like it started right here. And the gun, so like every shot, like, it would be a normal back shot, you know what I mean? You could see just the fucking holster. I was like, how the fuck does she grab that shit? Like, did she do this and stuff like that? Like, you know, to each
she
its own.
She does two somersaults. One releases the gun, and the other one she rolls and grabs it.
Like, if she needed to reach her wallet, she could just do that and shit, dude. Like, that's how high it looked, dude. It was bad. But other than that, dude, it's a good movie. I'm giving it.
Which legacy characters are back? There aren't that many that have from that survived. I don't know if I've seen Scream 5, the one before this.
So everyone that survives in 5 is in this one.
So I don't think I've seen 5 then.
That one's okay.
I think the last one I saw was maybe 4. Which one was 4? Damn, I gotta go back and watch these things.
It's the one after 3.
I knew that one was coming, but I was
Good God. Who got shot?
Is 4 the one where they, like, it's in that guy's big, like, mansion house, or is that?
You okay, Lego? We're talking about
it's a rough neighborhood, man. Between
all
the
right.
Wi-Fi and...
That sounded like gunshots, dude. Everyone else looked okay, unless Havoc. Are you breathing?
Dude, there's a black dude named Chad. It's pretty far-fetched, but there's a black dude named Chad who got stabbed like Edward James Olmos in American Me.
Like, and they're giving a monologue as he's run, and you just see the fucking things going. And he lived. He lived. So no legacies.
Well, come on now. Dewey's been, like, shot and stabbed a million times. I mean, he survives one.
Dewey's dead.
Because they stab him in the back, and it's the old...
She hasn't seen the last one. She doesn't know that.
Oh.
You just messed it up, dude. Now you messed up 5 for her.
It is what it is. I'll have to go watch it. Like I said, I'll have to sit down and watch them all over again.
Yeah, Comic Zombie says one survivor made me drop the movie a whole grade. Right? If they let Chad die, I'm okay. if they let Chad die.
I think that it's the same thing I have a problem with certain like Marvel movies or anything like that is when you kill off a character. Even the Fast and Furious, as much as I hate saying it, dude, like, you know, you killed Han. You know what I mean? He died in number 3. You know what I mean? But then you bring him back not once, but twice. Like, he came back to life twice, dude. Like, that's like the first one I was with. I was like, okay, this happened before Tokyo Drift. It makes sense, dude. Like, I'm with that, okay? But look, now we know that Tokyo Drift happened. And now all of a sudden he's been hiding out this whole time. What? And then same thing with Michelle, you know, Rodriguez.
You know the deal behind Tokyo Drift, right?
Yeah.
They were like not gonna make these movies. They thought it was a one-shot deal. They were gonna make their money from it, and then they were gonna go away, and it was gonna become like all the sequels are gonna be the kind of movies that are like Tremors 5.
Yeah.
Hey man, don't knock the Tremors franchise. Just don't.
I like Tremors too.
Just no.
I only like Tremors 1.
It's like Back to the Future, like Western. They go back and it's not called Perfection. It's called like, I can't remember now. I can't remember what it's called, but it was like Happy Valley or something like that before all this stuff like went to shit. But don't fucking knock the Tremors franchise. They're all.
JD,
all of them?
We're gonna leave it alone because I don't want you to get stabbed tonight because she'll take her frustrations out on you. She's like, you hear what these motherfuckers said?
Look, Liz was honest about what she's saying with regard to the first Tremors, and then the rest of it is definitely what she said. Shit. So.
Living on the edge there, honey, huh?
I think we started a fight. I'm sorry.
Scream 6, it was fun. It was fun. It was entertaining. It was a Scream movie. My wife and I be doing date night. I got the movie pass subscription deal, so I get a free movie every month and 20% off all the snacks and crap. So it's been a good investment, you know, for entertainment and for my relationship. So that's good. And it was solid. I liked it, and it was the one she picked too. So.
Well, you heard that RRR is supposed to be coming back to the theater for like a couple weeks after this Academy Award thing. That's the word through the grapevine. So I have a free pass. I'm going to use it to go see that. Yep. Ooh. Yeah, see, so that's why
Josh is driving back.
I was like,
we're going to have an event.
That's causing him to want to look for suspenders now every time we go.
That dance is the shit, dude. I'm telling you, dude.
That's like the one thing that I went back and watched from the Oscars last night is their like performance on stage for that song. It was a really good job for what, you know, the short time that they were allowed to do it. They did a great job. Lego, you are missing out. I'm telling you, with all of the movie recommendations that you've given us over the years.
He would love these movies.
Indian movies.
Lego, dude. Like, seriously. Oh, see, you turned them off, dude. That's messed up.
I didn't do it.
Really?
He's got the Latino community internet, man.
Damn, dude. Breaking my heart.
But I was like, I thought it was going to win. It was decent. Jeez, man. It was good. It was hella good, dude. I thought that was going to win best song. That was the one thing I was going to lose my money on was that fucking song because I was like, they have to give it, dude. Like, I'm like, this is like a classic. Like, I think this shit gets stuck in my head as much as Vikram does. You know what I mean? Like, fuck. And then the last, what's the new one? As you wish. It's all good or what yeah, but what's the song they sing? That made the baby kid.
All is well.
All is well.
All is well. All is well. Like that one too, dude. Like I'm just like.
Yeah, but you have to whistle for that one.
Man, like I dig all those. I've been having fun, dude. Like those ones are good, dude. But you know, at the same time, like I felt good watching Scream with the kid because it was just fun watching him like. He's leaning over to me trying to like predict what's going to happen and shit like that. You know what I mean? And getting all into the movie and stuff. And there's a point where someone falls from a high part and he closes like he did the whole, oh yeah. It was awesome, dude. I was like, all right. He got scared.
Sounds like your son and I can't go to these movies together because, like, we'll be like, "What you see? Can you watch the next 5? Then I'll watch the next 5. You watch the next 5, and then tell me what happens, and I'll watch the next 5."
No, but he loves it. Like he literally, because he comes to me like I gave up a long time ago trying to make these kids watch scary movies with me. So like he'll come to me and just go, Dad, can we watch? Like right now, he just came back from seeing the one that Everything Everywhere. Like he went with my brother-in-law and them to go see it, and I was like, what the? I was like, you didn't want to go with me? Well, forget you then, dude. I can go with them. Fine.
It's all sad.
I was very sad. I cried.
Yeah, but then you got to watch The Raid instead, so it's all good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude. It was way better. I was glad. I wasn't going to watch it again. I was like, yeah, I'm like, I remember, I know that movie really well. So, but I was like, no, there's going to be something that, it's going to click again. And me and the kid watched it. We were just getting all into it. We loved it.
Well, talking about the Indian films, one of the things that I took away from this newest one, Three Idiots, is that there seems to be a trend, not in all of them, but I think in most of these films, that there's always one character, and I don't know if this is like a trope that's common in films from India, but there's always one character that's like exceptionally pure and good. So in this Three Idiots one, obviously it's Rancho, right? Rancho, right. Even though everybody kind of looks at him as like a rebel, the reality is that he's got like a heart of gold. He's like top of the line, like from top to bottom. And I started thinking about the previous films that we've watched. In RRR, the reality is they've got two of them, right? Beam and Ram are both those kind of guys. Right. Except Ram disguises it because he's trying to like subvert the English rule. And then you think about Brahmastra, Shiva, the main guy. He's like a heart of gold. He's an orphan, lost his mom in a fire, and all this kind of stuff. And turns out he's the son of the ultimate bad guy. So, and in Anhad Hun, the main character, even though he's like kind of shady because he's pretending to be blind when he's not, the reality is he's still like a pretty decent guy, except for that one character flaw. But otherwise, so like all of these Indian films, like a lot of the protagonists are like very like pure and noble kind of people,
Yeah, no, I agree, dude. Like the ones when you watch, but that's the thing is as Western films go, people think of that as cheesy. Like that's anytime that comes on, like, and maybe it's just the way we depict it. You know what I mean? Like that could be it, because again, I've watched these and I dug it. I like the way they portray it. Like it's very it's believable. It's not hokey, you know what I mean? Like even in some parts, you're kind of like, this is a little bit hokey. Like in all the movies, like, you know what I mean? Like at a point where they gotta, get down. What was the one we were watching with the truck? That was part one, and he had to like pump himself up, and he was super duper. He came out with the Gatling gun at the
what was that one?
It's the prequel to Vikram.
Yeah,
it's part one, right?
Drishyam.
Yeah, like that one, he was very wholesome. You know what I mean? Like just he was giving up on everything. And like I don't know. Have you guys ever seen Solomon Kane? It's like the guy that created Conan. He wrote this other one called Solomon Kane. And there's this great scene in there, like, where I think it's cheesy as hell, but I think if they filmed it different, it'd be, different. But like, the demons come to the town and he's like, I swore off death and now I'm going to break that oath. And, fucking pulls out a sword and starts hacking up everybody and shit like that. He's trying to prove that he was wholesome this whole time. And then, he bends the corner. These guys never do that. You know what I mean? Everything is always in for good. Like, no matter what, dude, like they'll hurt themselves to do something good and shit like that.
Yeah, they're just good guys. Just plain good guys. They're not trying to turn Superman edgy, make him be dark or some shit.
About Bahubali, Bahubali himself is like this, like really noble kind of guy, and even his son, even though he's kind of like a trickster as compared to his father, with the ladies anyway, he's still like basically a good dude. The only two films that I couldn't think of that we've seen where like the protagonists were really like pure dudes was Go Go Agone and then Tombad.
Was that the horror movie?
Yeah, Tombad.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like no good people.
Well, the
in
main
that
guy
film.
in there was an asshole. Like
Right.
he was all about the money. So.
But oh yeah, and then what was the one that we just saw with the police station and the body buried under it? What was that one? What was the name of that one? I forget.
Oh,
but
one they made like 20 copies of. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. But the main guy in that one, you know, he was also like a really noble guy. You know, he had to do some hard things to like save his family, but he was like, you know, straight up a good dude. So
yeah, that's the difference. But I mean, like even like our hero in Scream, right? You know, our hero in Scream is damaged. You know what I mean? They're damaged, and they're trying to get over their problem, you know, and this and that. And you're like, well, okay, I guess that's relatable. I mean, I've never witnessed a bunch of people get stabbed in front of me, but all right, dude, you know, all right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
I haven't seen Everything Everywhere All at Once yet.
No,
I want to sit down and watch it because it looks like one of those movies you have to watch. Like you have to sit there and watch the movie and pay attention. You know what I mean?
Like every one of these Indian movies. That's
yeah,
part of
exactly.
Part of the subtitle piece, right?
That's why, like, when I get ready to watch them, I'm like, all right, do I have like 3 hours to sit here and, you know, watch it? I know it's not 3 hours, but I always got to take a bathroom break or, you know, whatever the fuck it is. And I'm always like, all right, 3 hours. If I got 3 hours to kill, I'll sit here and watch it. Like, out of all the movies that were nominated, I only seen Fabelmans and the Top Gun. I was gonna watch The Whale last night, but I was like, yeah, I'm not in the mood to put a gun in my mouth and shoot myself. So, the problem.
Sorry.
That's my plan, Film Age. That's my plan. That's literally my plan because everyone keeps telling me how badass it is, but it's just like my biggest problem with the Academy. Like and this is me saying this after I saw Top Gun get nominated. I was like, I don't think that should be in the Best Picture category, like, at all. But like, it was great. Like, I had a great time with that movie, but it wasn't Best Picture. You know what I mean? But the ones they usually pick are these artsy fartsy films that, you know, like you want to blow your brains out afterwards. Not like Three Idiots where you're watching at the end of it and you're pumped up, dude. You're like, life is good, dude. I want to hug every motherfucker in this place, dude. Like, you know, the Fabelmans, the Spielberg one, was that, but it's at the same time, it's like your everyday Spielberg movie. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, there's these trials that they go through, and at the end, it's a happy, boop, you know, good ending. You know, like a good, fun little ending and stuff. So that was the closest that I saw. That's why I was like, I'm willing to watch that. But all these other ones, like, I gotta make myself want to watch it because I'm always like, fuck, at the end of this, something bad's gonna happen, and I'm gonna be like, God, life sucks, dude. Like, this is so depressing. Like The Whale. That sounds like the most depressing movie fucking ever. You know, guy eating himself to death so he can talk to his daughter. You know what I mean? Before he dies.
You know,
I get it. I
that they didn't do more for Top Gun, considering that film probably saved the theater system that we have in place. You know what I mean? If it wasn't,
that's why I got nominated. That's because, again, I loved it. I saw it twice in the theaters. Like, I saw it twice. But Best Picture, like, I can name 20 other ones that came out this year. RRR should have got it before fucking Top Gun, in my opinion, dude. Like, that's just, you know what I mean? Like, you want to be different, you know, do that. Like, that's, you know, it was, no, I've given up on the Oscars for years now. Like, they haven't picked a movie that I was like, oh, I agree with that. Like, excuse me, Hell or High Water. When Jeff Bridges got nominated for that and shit, I was like, oh, damn. Like, I thought Elvis was better than fucking Top Gun as a Best Picture.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. That's actually one of the films that came out this last year that I do want to see is the Elvis film.
It's good.
I haven't gotten around to watching any of the stuff, mainly because
we're so busy with our stuff.
Well, no, because I have such anxiety about watching Western films because mostly they're trash.
You're gonna get upset at a couple parts. I could already tell, dude. Like, I know. I was laughing to myself right now when you said, I'm like, oh shit, because there's a point where the music becomes modern music, like out of nowhere. Like you'll be like, "What the fuck?" Because it caught me off guard. Like I was like, "Why is Eminem rapping? What happened? Was Eminem in the 50s, dude? What the fuck?" But other than that, it's a great fucking movie. Like it's good. There are some parts where you're like, "Oh man, really?" But like, literally, we walked out of that theater. I took the whole family. I took my in-laws, everyone to go see it because we all love Elvis. Or my kids didn't know about Elvis that much, but all of us older people loved Elvis. So we walked out. My kids were literally walking out and singing that song. If you're looking for trouble, it came to the right place. And they were walking down the fucking thing doing Elvis, and I was dying laughing. I'm like, see, it's good. It's good.
All right. We have done a really good job not wasting all of our content in the first 20 minutes like last time. But I do think
You just see
I'm
me
all
over there.
alone.
Scratch it. Oh.
I'm all alone with the Bad Batch, right? Nobody's watched it?
No.
Wah,
The
wah.
kids at home now with a broken leg, so fucking I'll probably end up watching it sometime this week because it keeps bugging me to watch that and Puss in Boots.
Oh, I heard good things about Puss in Boots.
Dude, he
That's
keeps
something
preaching to me about it.
I heard good
I
things.
love Puss in Boots. I love anything with Antonio Banderas. So like, he has to have that voice. So when he does it, like that's one of the reasons why I love.
So you liked his
3.
Armand in Interview with the Vampire?
No, 'cause he didn't do it that way. He didn't do it that way. I like Desperado Antonio Banderas, where fucking when he's shooting, like go watch Desperado again, dude, with Antonio Banderas. Most guys back in the 90s had the 2 guns, right? Boom, 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 right? Antonio does it sideways. He goes ta-ta, ta-ta. Like that. He's
He like
he's
throws his
composed.
wrists into it too.
Yeah.
He doesn't just. I was telling that to Josh last time we were. I don't know. Didn't we?
We did-
I think
we-
watched
we
it for
did
Late
that.
to the party.
We did
And
that.
I'm like, remember, he's like around the corner, and he's throwing the bullets out of the gun. Like he's not like.
And even when he
I wasn't a fan of that one.
oh, dude, that's one of my all-time favorite cheesy like shoot 'em ups because he's like at that one point where they drop him, they're out of bullets and they stand up and he ooh
Yeah.
ooh.
Desperado's awesome.
Oh my god, Desperado's amazing. And then even down to the part where he's like, they have a guitar case full of pistol or full of guns, and he hits it, and and he's like, see, it's a guitar, and then the way it pops up. And then the camera shots are my favorite because it cuts to Cheech and he's got this like look at that Matalo, and then all of a sudden it cuts to Antonio and he's got that perfect face like no wait, and he goes like this with his hands and the guns come out and he's like pa 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 pa. Dude, if I ever become a fucking vigilante, look for the guy with the guitar case. That's all I'm saying, dude.
I think I mentioned during our review of Desperado and Late to the Party that that movie wins just because it had both Antonio Banderas and Salma Hayek at peak hotness.
Yes.
You couldn't beat them at that time. They were just.
And that shot of them after he drops a grenade for no reason, he mowed everyone down, but he drops it, you know what I mean? And he's walking away and the fire's coming up and they're just oh, dude, let me tell you.
That was back. I did like the fact that was back when Salma Hayek tried hard to like pronounce her words. Now she doesn't care. She's just I am Salma Hayek, and she like. But back then she was trying to enunciate a little bit better. She was like
one of the best sex scenes ever in film, dude. It's Salma Hayek and Antonio. Oh, no, that's the titty shot. That's the best titty shot. But the Salma Hayek, when they're getting it on, and all of a sudden she's like, "Este mujer, Samora," and she's got her eyes closed, and homie's just got the gun like this going by her face, and he goes like that past her face, and they keep coming by, and it just ends up right in front of her. Fuzzy Woody all day, dude. Just like.
Why was your Fuzzy Woody facing a different Woody?
I was about to enter Doc, dude. That's how Woody I was. I didn't care what it was. It was just gonna put it somewhere. If there was a light socket, going in.
Oh God!
So
nobody watched the Bad Batch
so
besides
good.
me.
It turns you gay. That's what funny said.
No, it turns you every which way. Every which way.
The guy who likes profit is calling other people gay. That's rich.
No, I'm saying, bro, that's what Dick's saying right now. What are you talking about? Profit's
now, when the movies continued on, not so much, dude. Like, not so much. Like, Once Upon a Time with Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp saved that one. Like, that's one of his best. Everyone talks about Jack Sparrow. I'm like, no, dude. Fucking his portrayal of the FBI.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's so good there.
When he's walking down the street and he's got a shirt that says fucking FBI on it, just big and bright. He's like, I'm walking my beat, you guys. Just walking my beat. I love that scene.
So good.
And then he's sitting there eating the food. He goes, now taste this. This is good. Like, it's a great monologue scene about how it's so good. And now he has to go in the kitchen and kill the fucking chef because he can't have it's bringing balance to Mexico and shit.
He was the one with the order. Like, he's bringing balance to Mexico. I was like, so good.
That's a good. But other than that, like, I didn't like that movie. That was a little too much Antonio. But like, if you watch Expendables 3. Every time
you say
that's
Antonio,
the Antonio.
you put an accent on it.
Because it's Antonio. It's Antonio. I'll put on Mask of Zorro all day just to hear him fucking yell. I love listening to that fool yell. Just like, wait, where they gonna go? That's why I was like, I'll see Puss in Boots. Like, I'm down with Puss in Boots. I just want to say again, I want to smoke a doobie and fucking watch it because I just like listening to his voice. I'm like, this is awesome, dude. I love Antonio.
The word on the street is the new Puss in Boots movie has like not just a great story, but like great animation, and it's it's obviously not woke in any way, and best of all is that Salma's in the movie with him, so you get the power.
Oh, nice! Fuck yeah, that's what I pay my dick.
Well, they showed a picture of them last. Well, they were both together last night at the whatever Oscars, whatever the show that was yesterday.
Yeah.
They aged pretty well, both of them.
Yep.
Oh yeah, great
How
villain.
old is Selma? Like 55 or something now?
Something like that. She is incredibly hot still.
Yeah, she's still one of the top 5 for me that I get to if I can cheat. Top 5.
I think the last movie I saw her in, she plays Adam Sandler's wife in Grown Ups, right?
Yeah, I've seen her in that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the last time I saw her. But...
She took the place of Rosie Perez.
I saw her on with Ryan Reynolds and
dude, Rosie Perez and White Man Can't Jump with that fucking tank top and that half titty hanging out right here, dude. And she's like, Mookie, oh my god, like that. You just
her face looks like a fucking monkey. No, it's okay.
What? There's a face. I didn't know there was a face connected to that, dude. I just thought. Look,
I'm with you, Steve.
Let's go back to the goddess of
Chongo Perez. I'm good.
All right, let's go back to the goddess. You're talking. You went down
titty.
10 levels right now. Okay.
Side titty.
All right. Yeah.
I just saw her in a movie with Nicolas Cage where she was like his ex-wife and he won the lottery and ends up marrying like Reese Witherspoon or something. And she was like, I don't know. I guess if you like trolls, but she would fuck around and talk, and then I would want to like set her on fire for stealing my comic books or something.
Damn.
Oof. Reese is on one of my top list too, man. I'm gonna tell you, and the reason why Reese because she.
Oh my
she
god,
said
you're going worse and worse.
She was one of the nicest ladies. I'm talking Reese Witherspoon, Cruel Intentions, dude. That shit.
No. I mean, I would just jump to Sarah Michelle Gellar instead. Like, if we're gonna pick, Jesus.
Sarah Michelle Gellar looks like she needs a sandwich.
You went from Selma to sandwich, then to this other chick. Like, oh my god!
You put your penis. If you put your penis
inside
of Sarah,
Nico,
I'd
wafers at the antique shop. Oh,
you went from goddess to monkey to male. Like
this is what it would look like going into Sarah
You're
Michelle
horrible.
Gellar.
You're horrible.
From goddess to monkey to what?
To mayonnaise.
Kate Beckinsale fall in there.
Oh, now see, See, now we
That's
talking.
different.
See,
Yeah,
I
she's
experimented
in
with
leather.
mine.
No,
You know
she's
she
in
did
leather.
something to her face
Just
though.
saying.
She did some
We are
surgery.
back. Thank you. Thank you.
Beckinsale did some surgery, dude.
No, I know.
Underworld. If we're talking Underworld, Beckinsale,
That's what we're
yes.
talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Underworld, Beckinsale. There's
See, now
nothing hotter when
thank you
she
for saving
flops.
us this
When,
because this guy's fucking horrible.
when she comes down, and then they got that shot of her ass as it comes down like that, and then the thing drapes underneath it. I'm better than Mr. Skin, dude. I could point out every good scene in the movie, dude.
Oh man.
Dare me. Remember Son-in-Law? Let me tell you, Son-in-Law, the girl from Son-in-Law, I've been in love with her for years. One day my dad brings home this shitty looking movie called Judas Kiss. I go, what the fuck is this? He goes, they said it's like Pulp Fiction. I thought you would dig it. Pop it in. One of the best sexy scenes of her in there, dude, just butt naked. I went and bought that movie just so I could watch that scene over and over again. Let me tell you.
That part of your
And then-
the VC, what is it? The
VHS.
VHS. It's worn out.
That one, and then even same thing with Old Boy. I hate Old Boy, but you know what Old Boy's got? Scarlet Witch, dude, bucket naked, just looking good.
I don't know.
You turn scary right there right now.
I've
Yeah,
always
you
thought that the
scared me.
Olsens look like Skeletor.
No, this Olsen does not. This Olsen does not.
This Olsen
Let me tell you.
doesn't.
Very Kate and Ashley, maybe, but not Elizabeth.
Margot Robbie, Wolf of Wall Street. That's right,
that's
I don't like
Charlize
skinny
Theron,
girls.
Devil's Advocate.
No,
Yeah.
Charlize Theron from Italian Job.
Charlize Theron. Charlize Theron,
Yes.
2 Days in the Valley. You want to see early Charlize Theron where she's just butt naked throughout the whole movie? 2 Days in the Valley, dude.
It doesn't have to be
Ooh,
butt
doggy.
naked. It has to be like the whole character.
sexy, everything.
But
Like,
I want to
Come
see it
on.
all. I want to see the nipples.
See
Dude.
what we've discovered here is as long as there's like a titty shot, Fuzzy's all in.
No,
That's
no,
why we
a
got
good
Rosie Perez.
titty shot where it's
No,
perking,
that
where
goes
it's
back
perking.
to our. No, this goes
Yeah,
back
but
to
that-
our original score. Remember the tens. You got the it's a 10. So
Look,
it's this kind of 10.
All right,
The one
let's rein it in, Pervos. Let's rein it in.
hey, hold on.
One more. No, I
Hold
got
on. Nick. Angelina
Like,
Jolie
call
and
it
Hackers.
on me, but like he's talking
Angelina
about
Jolie
And Hackers.
Hackers,
Oh,
yes.
She was.
No.
Her hair was kind of
amazing.
jacked
You wanna
up. There was
see-
another
you
one where
wanna
she
see-
was like a
What
model.
do you mean
What was
jacked
Gia.
up?
Gia.
Get out of here with your
Gia. Gia.
Look,
No,
there's one movie you guys should watch that will scare the shit out of you as a titty shot, and that is the movie with Mulholland Falls. That one, that Naomi Watts one.
Oh,
Her
Naomi wants to pop
nipples.
you.
She is not. Her nipples as big as my fucking pinky, dude. She has no. It's just all nipple. It just went like that. I remember she took it off in the theater, and I yelled out, "Good God!" I was like, "Good God, what is that?" She's got another finger on there. Scary. I have silver dollar nipples, so I have no
Oh,
reason
we
to
like
talk.
that's
But
really bad. This is what happens when we don't watch the Bad Batch.
This
Nate.
this show is this show is turned into East Palestine, Ohio. You know what I'm saying? Major derailment and burning chemicals.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
All right, let's bring it back. Last of Us.
We start talking about monkey face with big boobs, and that's horrible. Let's go to the next topic, please, Nate. Next
those
topic.
are DSL lips, baby. Those are
Please,
monkey
Nate,
lips.
save us.
No, Chongo lips.
Save us. Change the topic, please.
Last of Us. Did we see it?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Josh,
Oh,
let's
dude,
watch
the finale.
Okay, wait, you guys. Was that her playing the mom? Right, that's her playing the mom, or did they get someone that just looked like?
No, that was the little girl
No.
from Growing Pains.
Yeah,
played
that was
mom.
not her. That was not the young girl. That was
It looked
someone
like
else.
her.
She, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
She
Benson,
resembled
Ashley
her.
Benson or whatever her name is. Yeah, that's the little girl from Growing Pains. I do
Mhm.
know
That's
that.
maybe that's why I recognized her or something. It was just like the whole time it was happening.
That was a great
She's the
performance
girl
right there.
that Cap like gets served at. And remember in the Avengers movie, he rescues that group that go underground. She's like that waitress. That's
Yeah.
her too.
Okay,
That-
that's I knew
That
I'd
was
seen her
a
somewhere.
good performance by her. Like it was really good.
I think her name's Ashley Benson or something like that.
Was it the end of the first one? I don't think so. Was it the end, Steve? You're the only one that
Yeah,
played
that's
it.
what they said. I did read up on it because I have to read because somebody won't watch it with me. But yeah,
Why won't you watch
this
it over there? Come
this
on, watch
ends
it
where
already.
the video game ends.
Can you watch it and just skip number 3? That's it. Okay, please.
Why?
Because it's that good. I'm telling you, you're gonna like it. Besides
You
that
got to watch
episode,
number 3.
you're gonna like it. Besides, just skip number 3 and watch everything else. You're gonna enjoy
You'll be
the show.
lost. You'll be lost without number 3.
No,
dude.
you won't.
have
You
to
will
get
not be
the whole
lost.
experience.
Like, look, we finally finished the whole season, and nothing from episode 3, nothing came back.
Everything.
Nothing.
Everything.
That was a
He's
pointless
always-
episode. But anyways,
He's
Well,
always running around
wants you to
Swanson
watch
talking to
it. He
me.
had to suffer through it, so you have to suffer
No,
through
see, here's the thing. When it comes to not being sodomized in my eyes, I am the Last of Us.
no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, you still won't because you're gonna skip episode 3.
Scared of being sodomized in the eyes? Yes, I am. That's correct. That's accurate.
Look. Hey, if
Nick-
you don't
Nick's
see it,
used
you're
to it.
gonna
It
be
doesn't
like,
matter.
you're gonna go. You're literally JD. You're gonna be going through the whole show, going like, "What's that voice that he keeps hearing?" And it's like, "We're gonna do it" and stuff like that. And then it's gonna be good. And you're like, "Who was that guy?" And then you see, you're gonna not know. Now you got to watch number 3.
No, you don't have to.
I dug the last episode. I dug as a person. Who
No,
never
the last
played
episode was
game,
great.
It was a good downer. It was a
you
good
could see
downer.
it. You could see his trauma kick in.
Oh yeah.
You could
Yeah.
really see his trauma kick in, and he was just like, "This is my baby girl now, and the whole world can fuck off." Like every other person in this world, all the giraffes, all the animals,
Everybody
Like-
can fuck off.
like Noah, his ark, all the chipmunks, the lions, the tiger, everything can fuck off.
No, it when he realized. Okay, well, because you haven't. I don't want to ruin it. 'Cause it's so good.
Fine. It's fine because I've seen like clips. It pops up in my reel. So, there's somebody that's doing a thing where they'll take like a scene from a TV show and like the video game, and it's like
Yeah.
verbatim matches up.
Yeah.
Like, the dialogue and the scenes and how they film it and stuff.
When
So I've seen stuff.
they show him when the girl told them like take him out, throw him out there, and if he does anything, shoot him, And when you saw his eyes, just like thinking what he's gonna do, and when he finally attacks, Jesus Christ, he couldn't be stopped. He was like a madman, killing motherfuckers.
But it was shot well. It wasn't done like
Oh,
an action
yeah.
sequence
Oh,
like in the
so
raid or
good.
something like that. Like it was literally like they put you in the days that he's in as he's going through and doing this. You know what I mean? And it's not all like
and I like
fuzzy and shit
because
like that.
they made it real with the guns because he didn't have unlimited ammo. He had to pick up
That's
The
the question,
guns.
John.
and the knives.
That's the question, John.
So okay, I have a question. Besides it just being a end of the world apocalyptic kind of thing, is that all it is? I mean, what do you know?
Well, they took
like-
off a lot of they took a lot of stuff from them. It was they had more.
I don't know anything about.
It's
the
a lot
game.
more about the
I haven't
people
played
than the
video
creatures.
game.
The
Is
show
it like
is.
monsters, like
Yeah.
Resident Evil kind of end of the world? Is it like not zombies, but
There's
like
ants. There's ants that get taken over by a fungal infection, and the spores get inside of them. And this is what would happen if those things could get into people.
Yeah,
It has-
but see on
it
the
has a
game,
feel
on
of
the game,
Walking Dead.
on the game itself, those spores were in the air, so you had to always usually wear a mask over your face on the game because if not, you will get contaminated. Some areas were clean, some areas weren't, and you'll see the mutation of it. So you start seeing different type of monsters, which were humans before, and so it. But because they don't want to have the actors again, well, the Mandalorian be another mask the entire time, they changed it a little bit on the story.
so everybody's infected, but not everybody's affected. Everybody's infected because they breathe it in, but not everybody's affected
Well,
the same way.
No, see,
Those are hard to pull off, Film H.
the video game is
film age,
airborne.
it'd be hard,
But here it was contaminated with the bread, with the what do we make with bread? The yeast.
Okay.
That was the contamination through there. That's how it started. So bread started going out. Anything that had yeast on it was went out to the entire world, and that's how they started getting contaminated because the spores were in that bread.
Okay.
Is John? Are you disagreeing with that?
He's saying no. He's probably saying no to my question about because in The Walking Dead, everybody's infected with.
Yeah, no, that's not something like that. No,
infected, and it doesn't kick in until you die, kind of thing. It's more like there's okay.
Yeah, it's not airborne on
It reminds me
here.
of the comic book, not We Live, but there's We Live and Origins and Angelic, things like that, where different creatures get infected with different ways and change different things.
I mean, and like I said, there's a lot of different monsters in the game. Of course, I don't think they had the money to show all those awesome monsters, but the few that they did show, wow, they look great.
It reminded me of that's the one that has those weird people where they have, it looks like they've got not a flower,
mushrooms.
got those
Mushrooms on their head.
Things on their
Yeah.
head.
No, I never played the game, so I watched it just blindly, didn't try to read up on it. And Steve kept trying to explain shit, and certain things I'd ask him, I'd be like I didn't know about how it got out and stuff. But then, watching it, I liked it. It reminded me of early Walking Dead. You know what I mean? Just these people trying to survive out and get to a point, and then when you get there, there's still more to tell. You know what I mean? So you're like, all right, I'm coming back for season 2. I'm ready for it already. So it was hella good. I like that one. I'm in for the next season big time.
Yeah, but I don't see how. Everybody says the second game sucks horribly.
Well,
but I'll bet you what they'll do is, and this is just my prediction, they're not gonna kill or take away Pedro. They want him back, so they're just gonna continue this story on and maybe change some things, and then go into the second game, because that's right, he's not in the second game, right?
He is, but it's just flashbacks.
Yeah, see, I don't think they would want to get rid of him that quickly. I mean, he's the big thing right now.
Battle of the Bastards was dope.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Yeah, there you go, James. Yep.
Yeah, it was good. It's a definite watch, dude. And episode 3 is not as bad as everyone says it is. Okay, it's a good
it's horrible
love story.
It said the guy who wanted to dock.
Look, yeah. I told you, I go every which way, dude. This. You know what I'm saying, dude? I have to put my head in something, I do it. I'm dirty.
Yeah.
The only reason why I don't think they did that film age is what you're saying earlier. I agree. I love action scenes. We just watched The Raid. I love shit like that. Fast paced and kicking your ass. But this didn't need it for the fact that he's in a point, he's in a zone. You know what I mean? You hear people say they black out when they fight, kind of thing. You know what I mean? That's what he's doing. When you're filming something, you want to be taking, you want it to have that serious ending, you have to do it that way. That's why I liked it. I was it needed that. It didn't need the running and shooting and ducking behind things and stuff. It gave you a little taste of that, but then a lot of it was a little fuzzy as it's running through there. You know what I mean? He's just in a trance, just unloading. He runs out of bullets. You know what I mean? He's got to reload. It was, everything was in there. It was very well done. I enjoyed it a lot.
What happens in a video game when they do stuff like that. Because they did that kind of with Doom, that's as bad as Doom was, the movie, but it was, and then at the end they do the whole first person shooter kind of thing, and they've done that with a couple of other video game shoot 'em up type movies where they puts you in the perspective of now you're playing the game.
Hardcore
Resident
Henry,
Evil
dude.
was like the first Resident Evil was like that when she would start lurking around the corners and like you would do it like in the video game, like a door would be there and you'd have to open up the door and is it what's behind it? And,
Well, the Hardcore Henry is the one that I think that just pushed it over the edge. Like that was the only one I wish that was in 3D that wasn't, because it was all first person. The whole movie is like fucking, just a first person shooter for an hour and 30 minutes, and you're watching.
Is that the Russian one?
Yeah, where he's like running around. It's just you never see what you would look like. You're just always fighting, jumping out of buildings and shit like that. And, like it's an intense ride, but like plot sucks and shit like that. But it's just a fun ride. But like there's certain movies like that are fun where you're like, okay, I'm in for this one.
Is Joel a bad guy for doing what he did? I got daughters.
I say no.
I think it's
F the world, and save your family, your friends.
I was on the fence about that one too, man. I was. Hey, no, it's not comic zombie. Don't ever say that.
Comic zombie person, man. Now, see, it's like you're treading a thin line there, man. Like the Tremor stuff that you did earlier. Start talking crap on Fast and Furious, you get Liz upset.
He's just doing that to make me and Havoc twitch. That's all, dude. He just wants to see us twitch. But I'm not going to give him the satisfaction.
He wants me to get mad. That's why he wants me to get mad right now. No, I'm staying calm. I'm staying calm right now.
Say woosah. Woosah. But this had all the tropes it needed, and I made me want to play the game. I'll tell you that, dude. I want to go play the game now to be on board with everybody else and shit. So
never
All right,
asked
what
the
else?
question though. But would you have done what you all did?
would I do that?
Would you the decision that he did at the end? Would you have said save the world or not save the world?
That's hard. I don't know.
That was
dude.
the Shyamalan plot too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. For me, it's not tough because that's the F the world. So I don't care. But what would you do?
I don't know. I probably would do the same thing he did, especially if it was like someone that's like my kid. I'd do that. But on the same note, you're like, am I being selfish? Like, I get why some people are upset about it because it is, but it's a kid on the other hand. You know what I mean? It's a kid. It's not like a grown adult who can make that decision. Like, hey, dude, like, you remember the Terminator Salvation? There's like a scene where he fucking gives up his heart to fucking save John Connor and shit like that.
Yeah.
And it's like he's an adult, you know what I mean? He could choose to do that kind of thing. Like I would rather sacrifice myself to save this person. So I'm on the boat in that sense.
It was dope, Comic Zombie.
Yeah, John,
That's
you're
true.
right. It wasn't even a 99% chance. It was like a 50-50.
Yeah.
Did they even give it odds? They just said it was
No,
a shot.
I'm saying like 50-50 because the lady said that the doctor thinks he'll be able to make a cure.
Because he doesn't. Yeah, she doesn't need to know that shit. She's got enough shit on her plate. That's all it was. As being a father, like, just not telling him the full truth. Like, I don't tell my
job.
kids everything.
When you're a parent, that's your job. I remember when Gwen wanted to go to Skate Depot for her birthday party and she don't know how to roller skate. I'm like, I don't want to do it. It's dumb. It's not going to work. It is not. That's what she wants. No, she wants to magically be able to skate and go and have the time that she thinks that she's going to have. But you're the mom. You can say what we do, and we get there, and sure enough, she can't fucking skate. She's sitting around trying to put the skates on. She's crying. Everybody else is skating, having a good time. We're all arguing with each other because I'm like, fucking told you. And when you're a parent, you gotta You got to call the shots, man.
Well, I mean, just like
You got to save them from themselves.
Growing up, I in my head I didn't know the problems and financial problems that my mom was going through. All I thought was we were okay because my mom would always say we're going to do this and that, but she was telling me other things that were not true because I was a kid. So at that time I didn't need to know certain things. So like she was protecting me from the real world. That's like you said. That's what parents need to do. Like that, And Joel, basically, it's not her dad. So, he didn't have to tell her like, "Hey, you know what? They're gonna kill you." But I said no.
He couldn't have taken her loss.
Oh hell no, no way. I think if she would have died, I think when he said the story about him trying to kill himself, I think he would have done the same thing if she would have died.
He would have just fell on the ground like fucking Padme and lost the will to live. I got Josh back. I got him back.
But what it sounds like, because we haven't seen it yet, so I can't make a totally,
John says Josh would sacrifice her due to her life choices.
If Joel's his name, and he killed a bunch of people to save the girl that's in the TV show. Is that my basic understanding of what you guys are talking about?
Yeah, she got infected.
You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it.
Okay, I know she got infected because I saw.
She's immune. Basically, she's immune from the.
She's
everything.
Blade. She's Blade.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Okay.
She's Blade. Like now you know what happened.
What you guys just now said, it's like, well, he didn't save her because he cared about her necessarily. He saved her for selfish reasons because she's his will to live. So if she's not around, then he wants to live, so he has to see. You know what I mean?
It's.
But that goes with most.
That might have
anyway.
something to do with it, but I don't think that's. I think it was more for her than it was for him.
Parents will do anything, at least in my opinion. As a dad, I would do anything for my kids. You know what I mean? Like if I have to do, if I had to do that, I think I would do that. You know what I mean?
For sure. That's when you meet those people. Oh, we have dogs. They're like my kids. Like your dogs aren't like your kids. Like I've had dogs. I love my dogs.
To get fed by one of them zombies.
I love my dogs. I've always they die, I cry, all that stuff happens. But if my dog would bite my child, I would shoot it in the face and throw its dead body in the trash and piss on it. And less than 5 seconds.
It was like that Reddit story I was telling you guys about the guy who had the kid that was mentally, and he ended up stabbing the baby in the head, and then his wife beat the shit out of the kid for fucking like hours on end. Like that was one of the dilemmas that came into my head. I was like, well, what the fuck do you do? They're both your kids, you know what I mean? Like what? But you're like in your head, like the baby can't defend them, defend itself. You're the father. You have to, defend the baby, or you're the parent and shit. So yeah, it makes sense to me to do that kind of thing, but
John says he 1,000% saved her life for selfish reasons. So that means 0% cared about her.
No,
only cared about himself.
Because he loved her and he doesn't want. He thinks that she needs to have a life. Like
yeah, but if he 1,000% saved her for selfish reasons, there's a percentage of that's saving her for her.
He said that. He goes, he literally said if she was if she could make the decision, it'd be different. And that's when the girl tells him, you know what I mean? Hey, what do you think she would do? And then he's like, she's a kid. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't gonna fucking. It made sense to me. So yeah, I agree with what he did, but I would hope to think I could do the same thing.
Just for the record, I know that John was being a little tongue in cheek with his previous comment. I certainly wouldn't sacrifice her if I'm the adoptive father, or if I'm the one who's responsible for her safety and health comes before anything else. And as for her life decisions, if I were to agree to sacrifice her because of her life decisions, I'm guaranteeing that she's going to hell. If I preserve her life, I might be able to turn her around.
And like you said, he was, at first when he met her, rocky start, but he did everything, to protect her from Boston all the way to where they were, to Wyoming.
And she saved him too.
Yeah, and it was vice versa. And so they went through a lot. And, after a while, like I said, he became her father.
Yeah.
And so since he lost his kid at the beginning of this whole thing in a bad way, I mean, yeah, I understand why he did it. I would do the same thing.
Well, you guys were saying Noah earlier. On the lighter note, did you guys see History of the World Part 2?
Not yet.
Oh, so good. Wait. It's episodes. It's not just a movie. It's episodes and shit. Second episode and third episode are the ones. Like, those are the ones. Everything else is kind of like, whatever. But the Noah scene is great, dude. Seth Rogen kills me in that fucking thing, dude. It's so good. And then he did William Shakespeare, and they make Shakespeare like Stan Lee, like as a dick, and like fucking has all these writers writing for him and shit, and he's walking around fucking. That's crap. It's crap, I tell you. Awesome.
Well, the original History of the World was kind of like episodic as well, right? It told various segments, and so they just did the same thing with the new one.
Yeah, but that's more modern. It's like
So let me ask this: did they at least put the things in it that they promised at the end of the first one? The Viking funeral, Jews in space, Hitler on ice. Did they do that stuff at least?
I don't want to spoil it for you. They kind of do, but they do it in a fun way. They do it like at one. Okay, I'll tell you this. So at one point, you just hear Mel Brooks' voice. He's talking. He's just like, "This is my comeback, I promise." And he's like, "And so I wanted to be in the movie, so here I go." And then like they cut, and it's this one ripped dude. You know what I mean? He's like, "Look how young they made me," and this and that. And then they go, "But the one thing we're going to do is not do the same things we did in the last movie." And the first thing they cut to is Hitler on ice. He's like, "Didn't we do this already?" And then like the way they add to it, like they add a little bit more to it. And then towards the end of the last episode, they bring back the Jews in space, but they do it in an even funnier way. Like, like I'm telling you, like it's got its moments, but like there are some parts where you're kind of like, okay, that wasn't that funny. Like, I see what they're trying to do and shit, but it's got its moments where you're dying laughing, and like they even make fun of
that stuff.
Which one?
It's the kind of comedy that it's too silly for my taste.
There's some parts that are very silly.
Mel Brooks and Monty Python kind of guy.
Wait, did you not like Spaceballs, Nate?
Oh, dude, I love Mel Brooks. Like that's one of the guys that I think is one of the greatest.
I love Spaceballs. So good.
Dude, I love my favorite.
But I hate Monty Python, though. I hate Monty Python.
I love
Sanchez.
I love any silly ones.
I owe you a big hug, man. You get a whole year extension of me not being mean to you.
I don't get the whole English comedy. It's just to me it's boring. It's just like whatever.
The Black Knight is the greatest, one of the greatest scenes ever. I will gnaw your legs off.
No,
Right.
it's not.
It's merely a flesh wound.
But Spaceballs, hell yeah.
Men in Tights, dude. Men in Tights.
That's another good one.
The best scene ever, dude, is when he's got the prince's mole keeps moving like throughout the movie, and then at one point the guy goes, "Wasn't your mole on the other side?" And he's like, "I have a mole." That kills me every time, dude. I love that shit.
What was the witch's name in
Latrine.
Latrine. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Latrine.
Yeah, her name was Latrine. You should have heard what it used to be. It was Shithouse.
Or when Mel Brooks shows up, and he's like, "I'm a moimer," and he's like, "What?" He's like, "What is that?" He's like, "I circumcise. All the ladies love it. I'll take 2." And he goes, "I just put it in here and lick the tip," and everyone like covers their dicks, and the one blind guy's all question.
Let's not forget the black guy is Dave Chappelle.
Yep. That's one of the great scenes. He's like, "Hold on, guys. I have to." pump myself up. And he leans down and pumps his Reebok pumps and shit like that. I'm like, I love it, dude. And to this day, even Naked Guns, right? Like the kids will drive by one of the nuclear plants and like they'll drive right by it and they just turn and look and they just start busting up laughing, like just cracking up. My wife Clarice gets pissed. She's like, "It's not funny." We're laughing our asses off. And then one of the kids will yell out in the back, "Everywhere I look, I see the memories of her." Oh,
Nice.
I love it, dude. Like I get, because it's literally just puns. You know what I mean? That's why I love it. It's just pun after pun after pun. Like I'm just like, I love it, dude. You can do this all day. It's like watching a live action Roadrunner and shit. I love it.
Did we talk about Mandalorian yet? Because that's actually, I think we did watch that.
I only seen episode 1.
Oh, so good. That episode was so good.
Katie Sackhoff. You didn't like it, Josh?
You didn't like it?
It's not compelling. It's not Andor, man.
He liked it, but the problem is that like what he was saying last week is that like Grogu is not talking. He's supposed to be like 60 years old, but they treat him like he's like 3. You know?
Right.
Well, I mean,
Right.
but isn't there like in those 60 years he's still a baby in his like, you know, like
Yeah,
there.
Yoda
Even babies start to learn to say words and shit like that.
Mandalorian,
We're actually starting to hear him chirp and talk a
the
little
Mandalorian
bit
is
in this
sitting in the cockpit with Grogu, and he's like explaining like basic levels of like star navigation, and I'm like, motherfucker, this dude was learning Jedi shit before you were born, and you're trying to tell this. This is why.
But the Mandalorian doesn't know that though. Mandalorian doesn't have no idea how he's, you know.
But I'm convinced that Grogu is like a sociopath, and he's just fucking with everybody. You know, he's playing a baby, but he's like, you know, he eats like other people's children.
He's like that bitch from Orphan.
Yeah, and he messes around with like midgets, and you know, he's just like he's like a total like sociopath. And then, oh yeah, I'm a baby, and he's like flipping around and like throwing like monsters with his.
It'll be so awesome if they make him go to the dark side at the end, like you said, like he's like a dick. He's all, I was just you know taking my time, and then turns to the dark side.
Well, see, here's the thing. It would be great if they would do that, if they were like playing this like long game where like Grogu really is like this psychopath who's pretending to be a baby or whatever. But the thing is that the people at Lucasfilm are incompetent boobs most of the time. So my thought is that probably what this is just writing inconsistency.
I don't think Favreau and Filoni are bad.
No, Favreau I give credit to, but again, there's a difference between a Favreau film. Like you watch Favreau, his movies that he takes on by himself. The first Iron Man, you know what I mean? Nobody wanted to make that movie. He took it on. He fucking made it, you know what I mean? And it came out great.
Yeah,
Elf,
I believe in
dude.
Favreau.
Elf is a great Christmas movie, and that was another movie where everyone was like, no one's gonna pay to see this movie. That's considered a fucking classic now. You know what I mean? It's up there with Christmas Story, and that's just Favreau going off by himself, like making a movie. You know what I mean? Swingers is another one. It's like a great. I don't like Made that much, but I
love Swingers. I love Made.
But like those are movies that he's been left alone to do. But once you have him, like The Jungle Book, right? You watch The Jungle Book. That's a Disney, you know, overseeing it, and you're going like, this just doesn't work, dude. Like it's not the same. You know, I didn't like it and shit.
See, the thing for me is like I can recognize that he is able to do those kinds of things, but I think he's too restrained by the Disney cage in this case. And I think the same goes for Filoni. Filoni is capable of doing things, but when they're under the thumb, they're not able because they have to inject all the other crap. I mean, just the fact that they basically wrote Cara Dune out of the show, who's one of the most popular characters in the show. They just wrote her out because, we had a bad breakup with Gina Carano, which was entirely their fault. They totally effed that up from the word jump. So I think when you're looking at Grogu, though there's the possibility, you've got this possibility of like doing something interesting with that character. I really think it's just the inconsistency on the writer's part. They don't know what to do with him. They want to have him have this like tragic background, but they also want him to be a baby in diapers pooping himself, which is in itself a tragic background.
I think the problem, it compounds with the fact that if he does grow up and becomes powerful and all that stuff, they lose that cute. It'd be like the Ewoks turning into Chewbacca. Like, you lose the cuddle factor of the Ewoks. You get the cool factor of Chewbacca, but you lose the cuddle factor of the Ewoks. So,
which means that
it's a conundrum. I know that Favreau and Filoni wanted to leave Grogu with Luke, and that's why he didn't get put back with the Mandalorian during one of Favreau or Filoni's show. They stuck him back with Luke during Boba Fett, which is somebody else's show, because Kennedy wanted him to Grogu to be in there. So, there is a power struggle there for sure. But I think that the more that we support the right side of the power struggle, the better chance is that the good guys win.
I hope you're right. But I don't think
I want to be right too, because I don't like the shitty stuff. I don't like the identities. I'm not all about the ESG shit. So,
well, but let's just be honest that the ESG stuff, that's just like an additional like wrench in the midst of the problem. The reality is that Star Wars has been poorly written since Phantom Menace. So they've been struggling for a long time to write decent stuff.
Well, hold on. But see, they're not going based on anything of that. Well, a little bit, but the majority of the stuff here is they're going based on the Clone Wars and Rebels, the cartoon.
Yeah, but
and so those two things were fucking amazing.
But none of those things exists without the disaster of the prequels.
True, but now we have. But they're saying, but they're taking the main stories from those two because they even had an interview like last week that they're closing all the gaps from the clones and Rebels in the Mandalorian, and Ahsoka too, and all that stuff.
The Bad Batch. The Bad Batch. A lot towards closing
they're bringing everything back, and even on I think it was episode 1 when they gave you. I don't know if you remember when they were in hyperspace and if you saw the space whales.
Yeah.
That was, right away I screamed like, holy shit! They might bring what's his name back. I mean, they might just show him,
Ezra.
Yes, I was like
Ezra Bridger. Yeah,
Ezra. Yeah, they was like I was like, oh, is Ezra right there? Like I was like, oh crap, because he, that's an awesome character. So I'm hoping they'll show him in Ahsoka or at least sometime in the Mandalorian, because I mean they're showing us those space whales. I mean, come on, So I mean, there's so many things from the Clone Wars and Rebels that they're bringing back, and hopefully it'll be good.
Yeah, my hope is that they're going to do another season of Andor.
I want to see Andor.
That's a great show.
It was
Andor, I want to come back, but I want Mandalorian to go back to the way it was in season 1, because season 1 was a fun one. You know what I mean? Like it actually had like you guessing. We were looking forward to it, and you were saying last week that after Andor, you were saying like we think that's why we liked Mandalorian so much was because it was actually kind of good, and then Andor comes along, we're like, no, this is good. Like like this is totally different. Thank you, honey.
Yeah.
But like
we don't need spaceships, or we don't need Jedi. Who needs robots, spaceships, and Jedi in the stars?
You can go back and watch the footage. I was one of the first people that said I don't want to watch this show because it ain't got no lightsabers. I don't hear the humming. You know what I mean? If I don't hear the humming, I'm not. And what did I say about the last episode? I was like, Jesus Christ, this is amazing. This is awesome, dude. That's good storytelling. That's good storytelling. That's what we come in for.
Everybody knows that I have an extraordinarily negative opinion of Star Wars, and And I had no expectation for a third-rate character like Cassian Andor, who I had no interest in whatsoever in Rogue One. Just a total boring, one-dimensional character. And then they make this damn show. And it was slow at first.
I think this show is better than he was as a character. If that makes sense.
You think he still wasn't a very good character in the show?
No. I disagree on that.
I didn't say he wasn't.
I think it made it more interesting.
I didn't say he wasn't a good character. I said the show was better than he was as a character. Because there was lots of depth going on besides just him and what he was doing.
I was mad that the freaking dude didn't get nominated for an Emmy because he deserved it. I'm telling you, that monologue, fucking when he's sitting there telling about all the shit he had to get.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, like hairs were standing up on, and look at Fuzzy's arm. That's a lot of hair. It looked like a flat top was going across my arm like that when I was sitting there watching this.
You could feel the passion when he had that long monologue. You could feel it, like feel the feeling coming from like the emotion. It was so good.
Yeah,
I think a lot of the tension came between between he and his relationship with Skarsgård. There was, and I think that's a duality there. I think when he was with Andy Serkis in prison, that was also a duality.
Oh, that's another good one right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he was good, but him being good by himself wasn't enough. He needed
somebody to play off of.
Yeah, and he needed to have the situations arise for him to be able to showcase how good he was. Well, and then when he was put into those situations, the other people were on his level as well.
Yeah.
So
the same thing happened in Rogue One too. He played off of Jyn Erso. I mean, you couldn't have Jyn without Cassian and vice versa. Those two characters, they needed each other. Those characters by themselves couldn't do it. Just like the TV show, like what you just said, they
Comic Zombies just trying to start shit
and just continue that with other characters. But yeah, I was right. Day one, honey.
Look, that show
I told you it was good. I don't want to see this.
The show had a slow start.
Yes.
The first few episodes were real hard to get past. But by the end of the third one, it was really rolling. And I was like, okay, I'll see what's next. And then it just got better and better and better.
I thought of you guys when I was, my kids started watching The New Girl. And Jack Reacher is in the episode where he has a micro penis. And I started dying laughing because I'm like, Mom, fucking Jack Reacher has a micro penis?
We're back with penises again, huh, Nick?
Well, we were talking about docking. Look, I even have an extra one.
Oh, Jesus.
This is called
every time we sit down to have dinner, Josh always brings up poop. So
that is factually untrue.
Factually true.
I started watching Justified again. Such a good show.
I love Justified. That's one of my favorite shows of all time.
I just started watching that all over again. I was like, I already caught up to all the other ones. Huh?
Is that Justin Bieber?
What?
No.
What are you talking about?
It's a good one, Nate. The only reason why I knew where that was coming from is because I fell down the rabbit hole of whether I'm Team Haley or Team Selena. They sucked me into that nonsense.
I'm team Fuzzy, dude. That's what I'm always at. If Selena or one of them want to hook up,
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Right.
Keep it that way, Sanchez. Keep it that way.
I don't even know what the heck's going on. I was talking about a great show of Justified. Next thing you know, Selena and what? I have no idea.
But isn't that character just basically his character, Mandalorian form? And
yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. He can't get away from that character anymore. Like that's who he plays. Like we were talking about that at Near Mint. We were like, I go, if you watch the stuff right before Justified, he was always like a bad guy, and I was always like, yeah, he's okay. You know what I mean? Like he's just okay. Like my favorite bad guy he ever played was in the fourth Die Hard. the fourth Die Hard, where he's got a great line where like he's fucking got
yeah.
Bruce Willis's daughter, and then the guy gets shot in the foot like for the umpteenth time, and he turns and looks at him. You okay? You got her? Like just the way he says it, I'm like, it's so good. But then when you see Justified, he's just badass. One of the best openings to a TV series ever is just fucking him sitting across from the guy, and he's like, I'm gonna fucking shoot you. You got 5 minutes to tell me about what. And the guy's just going in this monologue, and he's just timing it, and all of a sudden he goes, boom! He just shoots him, kills him, puts the gun away, and walks off. I'm like, yes, that's awesome.
We got 3 minutes. We're losing Bad Batch. We lost
The Last of Us.
The Last of Us. So we've got Mandalorian, and that's it right now. What else? Do we got anything else that we want to get into? There's a show called
There's something else. There's something else starting, right?
that I've been watching.
I don't want to do that. Looks like it's a novella and a half, dude. Is it?
You?
Like, yeah.
You's pretty dope. I don't. It would be too late to start on it, but I recommend you watch it. I think you would like it. No pun intended. Right. But I don't know what else is going on. If there's something's got to be coming up. I guess we can chat in our threads as we pop stuff up. But we gotta either that or somebody needs or those ghosts got to get behind Fuzzy again.
No, stop wishing that shit upon me. No, hey, Steve, they're bringing Robert Robinson from that didn't show up at Arizona.
He's gonna be. Brandon's gonna have it.
Yeah. I might do that weekend.
Nah, I mean, he's gonna be in Ontario. But, so
like we said before, he always fakes or flakes and shit. So
he can't flake. He flaked the first time last year, so that's why they even the guys from Space Bastards, they told me, they were like they're making him go on the next Ontario. He has to show up because they didn't accept the money back. They didn't do nothing. It's like he has to go.
See, Comic Zombie. The first couple seasons of You were great. I don't know. I don't think this last season of You was bad, Comic Zombie. It reminds me of like Clue with a murderer that you know is a murderer as the good guy.
I want to watch Perry Mason. That's on my thing to watch. Is
it like a DIE Perry Mason? Is it Perry with an I? No, is Perry Mason like Asian now?
It's what's the guy? Remember that show, The OC? Back in the day, it was like they were trying to make the 90210, but it was called The OC. The main character, he's Perry Mason. So everyone says it's really good. So I've been wanting to watch.
Chrismica?
I don't remember his name.
We're gonna watch next week for Late to the Party
and for Radioactive Curry.
Yeah, we got a lot of homework to do. Oh shit!
I want to throw out something for Late to the Party. Then
go ahead.
What's that? I mentioned it before, but I would like to watch The Cleansing Hour.
How long is
it?
Is that? Is it just an hour?
It's called The Cleansing Hour, and it's about one of these fake TV preachers that does like fake exorcisms, and then he runs into the real thing.
Ooh, I'm down.
Where is it at? Is it old enough?
I don't know. I think it is old enough. Yeah, I think it's over 10. We can research it, but I'm pretty sure it's like 2011 or 2010, something like that.
Why are you gonna do that?
Send can you put that out into the link?
Yeah.
All right. I'll come up with something Indian from our comments, because they've been holding. I think it's better than trying to shoot fish in a bucket in a barrel.
Yeah.
I can't even.
2019.
I'm throwing Gleaming the Cube in. I'm throwing Gleaming the Cube.
What's 2019?
Yeah, what's 2019, Zombie?
Is that when the movie came out?
It just gets quiet.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
I'm throwing Gleaming the Cube, What's another? What's
I want to
another?
watch
Really?
Heathers before that.
Fuck yes, Heathers, dude.
You know what?
Heathers.
You know what we haven't seen?
What?
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna take this one. I want you guys to pick it. But I do have to put this out there. We haven't seen Mean Girls.
I like Mean Girls. I love that movie.
I wear pink on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Have you seen?
Yeah,
Have you
you
seen
want,
Mean Girls,
dude,
Josh?
Yeah, Josh.
He's never seen it.
Oh man.
He'll make a deal. We'll watch Mean Girls this week, but then we have to watch the cleansing thing the next week.
We'll do cleansing first. We'll do cleansing first.
The cleansing hour is 2019. It's too new.
It's fine.
It's new.
Come on.
Yeah. It's you're breaking the thing.
Shut
It's
up,
too new.
Santos. You don't even watch with us.
It doesn't matter. We watch the videos though.
It's one. We only have one rule, and the one rule is it has to be a decade old. So.
Yeah, it has to be a decade, so you can't break the rule.
Yeah, that's too bad.
What about?
Well, tune
how
in
bad you guys are?
2029 when we watch it.
What about I torture you guys with a classic Christian Slater?
Oh.
Untamed Heart. Boom.
I love that movie.
I do too. I'm sorry.
Christmas cookies and he's
Oh.
a dog.
I cry every time when he catches the hockey puck. I say, "Oh shit, he's gonna die."
What about Christian Slater as Arkansas Dave Rudabarb?
Fuck yes, Young Guns too, dude. Yoo-hoo.
How about True Romance?
Oh God, yes.
Hey, send him. Here's what we'll do.
Damn, that's a good one.
Send them by tomorrow
Christian
afternoon. Send your Christian Slater movies. By tomorrow afternoon, I'll put it there.
Pirate Radio? Or
It'll
what
be
is that one?
Pump up the volume.
Pump up the volume. There you go. Pump the volume. That was a good one.
Pump up the volume was good.
Can we do? I'm gonna do 3 Christian Slaters because see, I have to add Pump Up the Volume now, dude.
Species, Natasha Henstridge.
Oh, Species.
Yeah.
That movie made
It's a
me
10.
not want to kiss a girl. She made me not want to kiss a girl when she's in that tub. And she's
This movie I haven't seen is that one.
Return of the Living Dead. Dude, you know what? Comic Zombies wants to be on the show.
Yeah,
dude.
you're throwing some good stuff
Comic
out there,
Zombie.
Jay.
Let's do it,
Comic
dude.
Zombies, dude.
Bring it, Comic Zombie.
Yeah,
dude.
Dude, let me know if you want to play, dude.
Return of the Living? Ooh,
You can hit me on Messenger.
let's do this. Let's watch the Return of the Living Dead, the original, because they're only like an hour and 10 minutes. Like they're short. But then they did a remake in the fucking 90s. That's like from the exact same script, and we could watch them both and compare the two.
Send the link.
And you can even air.
I would have to
parts
do
of
the thing.
We did Event Horizon already.
That's
That was
fucked
part
up
of-
movie.
Return of the Living Dead. Is that the one with the nuclear waste?
No.
Okay.
There's that's part 2. That's Return of the Living Dead part
Okay.
2. The original one is the first black hero on screen. And
You mean Night of the Living Dead?
Yeah, Night of the Living Dead. Is that what he's talking about, or Return of the Living Dead?
No, Return of the That's right. Oh, that's
Return of the Living Dead's got the
The
topless.
Screwdriver. I'm down with the Screwdriver one. I like that one too. That's one of my all-time favorites.
The new
Get
guy
the
with the
damn
punk rocker.
screwdriver out of my head.
Take this screwdriver out of my head. Like,
I know you're in there. Because I can
The
smell
fucking-
your brains.
He moonwalks and shit, dude, when they're getting electrocuted. I love that shit.
Remember, we want people to watch it too.
Hey,
I gotta watch the movie and I still gotta fucking edit the video, dude. I don't want to do that for 10 views.
my friend, we're talking about cheesy ass movies, and because because he loves movies also. So I'll tell him to watch your guys' show, right? The 10 years the movie. So I text him right now, tell him like what's the cheesy 10-year-old movie. And he sent me, and I remember he's so cheesy. My friend's so cheesy, just like Nick. And he says, "This is perfect cheese, cutting edge."
No, I will not watch
Cutting
that
edge.
garbage. I hate that movie. I
Tell
fucking
Nick.
hate that movie.
Tell me, he made me watch that just like Comic Zombie makes, because I make Comic Zombie watch Fast and Furious movies with me, right? And anything that has what's his name on the movie.
3,000 miles to Graceland. Fuck yeah.
So this guy, my homie, made me watch fucking
We're
Cutting
getting
Edge,
farther and farther away from picking something with every fucking...
and so it's so cheesy. He's all texting, "This is perfect for they could watch. It's 10 years old, way more than 10 years old."
Dude,
There you
if
go.
want,
There you go, Nick.
you have
Cutting
to
Edge.
choose between Untamed Heart or Cutting Edge, pick Untamed Heart, dude. That's how bad the Cutting Edge is. Like, it's so bad, dude. Like, I don't even like it.
Oh,
Like,
I know.
remember
I was
seeing
tortured.
that when I came out and I watched it. I just went, "Well, this is shit."
Comic Zombie. Before March 30th on Netflix, there is a Bollywood movie called Three Idiots. Really,
It's a
really
documentary
good.
doing talking or radioactive curry and not talking shit, but rather late to the party with these guys.
Be Kind Rewind is good. I like that one, but that one's like that's a rough watch sometimes for me because it lags sometimes. I like it, but it just kind of lags. True Romance, dude. We've got another. I think we should do True Romance, dude. Because
Everybody needs to watch Three Idiots on Netflix
Before March 30th.
for March 30th.
There's 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's a
Watch it,
really,
Sanchez.
really
You'll
good
like
movie.
it. It's not cheesy. It's good.
it'll make your heart grow 2 times bigger. It'll make it grow
I
2
can't.
times
I
bigger.
can't.
You'll end up getting a Rosie Perez side part. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
don't
when I
spoil
saw-
it. Don't ruin it.
When I saw
Just do it. Just
the dancing,
I'm gonna
they're
go
all
watch
showing the
White Man
Oscars,
Can't
is
Jump after this.
3 hours dancing musical. I'm like, oh, good thing I didn't watch this crappy ass movie. They're dancing and singing. Like, shoot, I'm glad I didn't watch this crap. I was like, nah, I'm good. I hate
You don't
dancing
know
and
what you're
singing.
missing.
Don't say anything more. MODOK has spoken.
Yeah. hate dancing, singing.
So does Josh, but he likes these movies because they're good. They have content. It's not about the dancing and the singing.
I can't, when they start dancing and singing, and it's just not my thing. I was like, come on.
You know what, Steve? I would have been with you a year ago.
Don't
But
watch Triple R,
they're
watch
good,
Triple
dude.
R.
They're good. We have very similar taste to you in these movies.
No,
Dancing is standard in Bollywood movies. I think there's been dancing in less than half of the ones we've seen.
the way the directors do it is they still hit the musical number, but they do it in a way that it's not a musical number. Like, it's not dance. Like, even the one, what's the one we were watching again with the Brahman, the superpower one, Brahmastra, where he was a DJ. You know what I mean? Like, that was that. So everyone was technically dancing, but they're in a club. You know, it makes sense. It's not like all of a sudden they're walking down the street and they're going, "We go together like Grandma Lamb," like that. Dude. It wasn't like that, dude.
Like how?
We go together like Grandma Lamb, continue to give you down.
All right. We're gonna have to figure this out.
Hey, but don't forget, another Christian Slater, Broken Arrow, baby. Broken Arrow.
Broken Arrow. That is a Christian Slater movie.
Broken Arrow's so good.
Forgot
Yep.
about that.
Cuffs, dude. Cuffs is one of my all-time favorites, dude.
Oh, so bad.
Dude, Cuffs is awesome. He looks in the mirror with Mia Jovovich.
No,
That's
listen.
her first movie.
Hey, Interview with
We're
the
gonna
Vampire.
get 4 views on it if we all watch it.
Interview with the Vampire. He's in it. So
Christian Slater's fucking awesome, man, dude.
You know, he's in Archer, the TV show, that cartoon.
Yeah.
show, Archer. He plays.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a CIA agent in Archer. It's so good. Isn't his name Christian or
Hey,
is his name Slater?
Best part he did is in Willow.
Oh. No, I have the
Mad
perfect
Mardigan.
Christian Slater movie. Here's my vote: Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
He's not in there. He's in it for 2 seconds,
No,
man,
he's not.
dude.
He's his brother. He's Will Scott.
For
He's
2
the main
seconds.
character.
All he
No,
does.
he's
Well,
not.
He
Just-
says,
hey,
"Was
hold
a
on.
rich man
It's-
from Nottingham who
it's
tried
just
to
like
find
Interview with the
him."
Vampire.
Comes up with a brand of 3 in him.
It's garbage.
It-
dude.
So that's what I'm saying. Interview with the Vampire should be picked also because he was there for like 2 minutes.
Oh,
He's in it for...
more than he's in Interview with a Vampire.
No.
He's good.
Yeah.
Christian Slater, my Christian Slater vote would be for Arkansas Dave Rhubarb.
True Romance.
I'm
True Romance.
Steve,
Okay,
you don't even watch the movies with us.
No,
three.
but I watched the show afterward. I watched it later
Okay,
on.
True
that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
True Romance, Untamed Heart, and Pump Up the Volume.
And plus, me,
Cuffs.
like, I can't. When you guys are talking, you guys are doing your whole thing. Me, I just go, I like it, and I just say some stupid shit. But other than that, I don't feel like you guys actually go deep on this. I'm like, I'd rather listen to you guys talk. And
I go deep, baby.
I'd rather just listen.
We don't
Steve
doesn't want to think.
We don't expect more from a guy who likes profit, so there you go.
Yeah, get out of here.
No, Bad Rock.
Hey, Bad Rock is bad. Hey. Woo!
Pump up the volume.
Bad Rock. Yeah, actually, one of my friends did the same thing like you, Liz. He's all like, well, he used to help out way back. He helped out Extrude Studios for a little bit. He did a couple, inking jobs for them. Nothing big, but he knows how big of a Prophet fan I am. So he had an original page of Bad Rock with Wolverine, so he gave it to me. I was like, yes,
Crossover.
He wanted to get the garbage out of his house. That's why.
Yeah, right.
His garbage out
It
of
was
my
young,
house.
the other one was Youngblood X-Force.
Oh, yes.
Those one shots. Yeah.
Yes.
Youngblood X-Force, and then it was X-Force Youngblood was the second half.
Look, man, you're giving him too much spanking material for later. Just calm down, dude. Like, let's bring it
But
down.
again,
You're gonna hear
Wilson,
some
just
weird
when I go
noises
through
coming
it-
from Havoc.
It was one of those things too when you're like this close because you're like everybody wants to look through the dollar like bins or whatever, and I'm like going through it and I see it and I pull it out and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna get. No, I gotta get it for Steve.
You know
He
what?
probably already has it, but I gotta do it anyway. And
Fuzzy
the guy
picked
next
the
to me is
raid.
looking at me, he goes, "What are you getting that Lyco crap for?" And I was like, "Bite your tongue."
Fuzzy picked a raid. Josh's movie was too new. Liz, what do you want?
For Christian Slater movies,
No, any movie
Trevor's
over 10
Spot.
years old.
Oh my god.
Tremors 5 is not over 10 years old.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, 5?
Yeah, it's been that long. Since it had-
Let me see. Let me check. I'm looking right now. Hold on. Let's see.
I'm just kidding. We don't have to watch Trevor's Spot.
Is it sandals and swords?
No, I don't feel like.
Okay.
You know what? Galaxy Quest. I want to watch Galaxy Quest.
And it's on Netflix.
It is.
Let's do it.
It's
I want to watch the
2015.
best Star Trek movie ever.
Trevor's 5 is 2015.
All right, Galaxy Quest. I'll come up with an Indian movie.
All right.
Whoa.
I lost Fuzzy.
Later, Fuzzy.
Yeah, he just disappeared. He must have hit the button by accident.
So Galaxy Quest. That's mine.
All right, Galaxy Quest, and I'll dig through the Indian comments.
He's so bad. He's so mad. You guys are not gonna watch Mean Girls. That's why he wanted some talking.
Is that what it was?
Mean Girls was my movie, dude.
Okay, whatever movie he was picking, he wanted talking.
He wanted cuffs.
Yeah, he wanted tough. But yes, you guys should do a Christian Slater segment.
Yeah. Okay. So if we do a Christian Slater only one, I don't know what's on there so far, but I liked Untamed Hearts. I haven't seen Young Guns 2 in forever. So what are those two?
Arkansas Dave Rhubarb.
Yeah. Oh, is
No,
that your
we'll
pick?
do Galaxy Quest. I like Galaxy Quest more.
Yeah, dude. Like I said, that's like the number 3.
That's old school.
That's the number 3 most
That's a good movie.
favorite Star Trek movies there is.
All right, I know Josh got to go to work soon, and it's daylight savings too, huh? You're gonna be like hurting on steroids.
Dude,
Yep.
it's like almost. It's what.
That's like
1:30 here.
a stake in the heart and in the sun. Like these guys playing a vampire is out.
We're almost at that point where it's like, do we go to bed or just stay up?
All right, well, for Fuzzy, Make Havoc, Comic Lizard, and the Jaded Geek, I'm Collection Connection. We'll see you all next Monday, 9 o'clock as always.
Thank you guys. Have a good night.
Stay golden, Pony Boy.
Good seeing you guys.
Later.
Be a good
Later.
one.